Patrick. Let's keep moving, Carrico pretty massive. I said, whoa, yeah. Alright, Grenada. Dr. Kit is a key, so vote for the house. Soon as they get in, cock up your foot on the couch. Them other party, don't know what they about. It's green, we choosing, let's keep moving. Progress is a must. We know how we are, but we don't know how we go get. Let we continue the progress. I'm telling you flat, without an out and NP is the best. Let we continue the progress. St. Andrew, let's keep moving. St. George, let's keep moving. St. David, let's keep moving. Deal with them Dr. Keys. St. Mark's, let's keep moving. St. John's, let's keep moving. St. Patrick, let's keep moving. Carrico pretty massive. I said, whoa, yeah. Alright, Grenada. Dr. Kate's ready to move. Jelma Kate's ready to move. Tincha Tobias ready to move. Amma Nicholas ready to move. Oliver ready to move. Anthony ready to move. Bowen, Emlyn, Yolan, Peter, Clarice, Alvin ready to move. We know how we are, but we don't know how we go get. Let we continue the progress. I'm telling you flat, without an out and NP is the best. Let we continue the progress. St. Andrew, let's keep moving. St. George, let's keep moving. St. David, let's keep moving. Deal with them Dr. Keys. St. Mark,
Let's keep moving.
let's keep moving.
It's 5 minutes after the hour of 10 o'clock on the Spice Island of Grenada. Yeah, when we say Grenada, we mean Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. Yeah, we voted last year to keep it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could have been Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique, but we voted to keep it as Grenada. So when we say Grenada, it's inclusive of Carriacou and Petit Martinique, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but I would still say Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique.
Well, hey, that's where it is, you know. It can't be changed.
Yeah.
In our minds, that it is. But hey, you know, some people just anyhow.
Yes, indeed.
Good morning, Grenada.
Good morning. And good morning to all the listeners joining us from wherever you are on this blue planet. Well, it's a multicolored planet. They say blue. But then you have the browns, you have the greens, you have, oh man, it's just beautiful. Some rain expected in St. George today.
Yeah.
I think there is a cruise ship in.
There is.
Yeah, and there's several mega yachts in as well. Yeah, I think that bodes well for the yachting industry. So we've seen several of them in. All right, yeah, man, yeah. Yes, indeed, and it is a beautiful Wednesday morning. Yeah, watch when rain falls, I love it. When sun shines, I love it. No matter what, I love it.
We got the best weather in the world, man.
Yeah, I find Facebook Live and thing acting up. Yeah, Facebook did, and I realized they're doing some upgrades and some updates and that kind of thing. But it kind of, it throwing us off a bit. Yep. Yeah, so I'm not sure. I'm not seeing who is on, all that kind of thing. 1 minute you're seeing one number, next minute you're seeing a next number. Yeah, it kind of throwing me off. Let me see if I could get it like this. Hopefully, no, that's not it. I think I got the wrong link. I think that's what happening there this morning. But Devon, overnight, what took place?
Wow. Lots. Well, locally.
Yeah, man.
So much talk and everything. Oh, but what caught my ear, although it happened a couple of days ago, was a particular incident that happened in the south with some visitors. I think a doctor and his wife. They were walking on the street somewhere in Grand Anse, and they were almost attacked by two persons. But
yeah, I did hear about that. Short leg and Lava Man and so. I'd like to congratulate them on taking the actions that they did take. Yeah, I'd like to congratulate both of them. Yeah. No. Finally, I think I'm getting it here now. All right. So Joseph Kemet and lovely good morning to you. Well, you all will actually have to tell me good morning on the live for me to be able to see that you're there, because it seems as though, we're having an issue there. We're having an issue there this morning. Let me see if I could just get this up, and then let me see if we could sort that out and then get back to it.
Facebook say the yellow parties out there begging for vote and money from the poor and the greedy, like they have bad memory. Let's go. Why this Grenadian politics? full of kicks. Some politicians full of tricks. I spoil the country, all man want to fix. It's right there on the village block. With all the old politics talk, we become so wise and intelligent. We are now great political students. We are political scientists. We do political analysis, so don't bother come trick us with this. No more economic crisis. But right now I'm baffled. Seems like Grenada in a raffle. Yellow people want another chance. They're begging for one more dance. So let's give them another blind.
No, you want Grenadians cry.
Let's give them another blind.
You're mad, you want Grenadians die.
Why this politics thing? In 2008, we all knew when the wind of change blew. So no need to remind you. Some say the victory took them by surprise. So we were worried about them guys. At night we couldn't even close our eyes. Then they began to govern. All kind of things start to go on. My brethren say there was no real leader of the country. All man had authority. Now they're asking for another blind.
No, you want Grenadians cry.
Let's give them another blind.
You're mad, you want Grenadians die.
Despite all the transparency and accountability, we had a stagnant economy. Straight home they sent all e-monies. And very late, they paid the salaries. Mixed feelings we were getting. So we sat there watching and waiting. But nothing was coming. Like the blind was leading the blind. Remember Glenn, everything was in the pipeline, while Uncle pretend everything was fine. Now they're asking for another blind.
No, you want
Good morning to you, Lincoln. Hope you're having a fabulous morning this morning, man.
Grenadians die.
Things start getting worse, and we waited patiently for the pipe to bust. But them people didn't study us. The government started mashing up, while the big boys in town were playing and dancing top. Pax, pax, pax. Church first idiots. Glennis, Joe and Hood, they weren't in the yellow mood. They were sent.
Yeah, I think I pretty much got it sorted now. Let me just make sure over here. Yeah, I think I pretty much have it sorted out now. Yes, now I can see it. Depot, good morning to you, sir. Good morning to you, Shirley and Lindy and Errol, Yolan. Good morning to each and every one of you. Hope that you're having a fabulous morning this morning. Yeah? Nice. Beautiful. Hannah, good morning to you.
For the next election date, we couldn't wait. We had to decide our fate before it got too late. Then Uncle Tilly called the date. But now they're asking for another blind.
No, you want Grenadians cry.
Let's give them one more blind.
You're mad, you want Grenadians die.
It was the hour of rescue. So plenty of us waited patiently in the queue. We took bus, plane and boat just to go on.
Yeah, let's open the phone lines. 440-7377. That's 440-7377. We'll open the phone lines.
347-329-3101.
Yeah, and we also like to say a special good morning to all of you listening via the various radio stations. Those of you listening via City Sound, that's 97.5 FM.
89.5 CRFM.
92.9 out there in Carriacou. Yeah, the Sister Isles FM. DJ Jack. Yeah, Jack. Yeah, Dora. Yeah, yeah, big thing weekend, Jack.
Jack, incidental thing.
Yeah.
Hey, and 94.9 in Brooklyn, New York.
Yes, let's take this call. Lisa, no, I ain't forget you, Lisa. We have a call online.
Good morning and welcome.
Hello?
Hi, good morning.
I'm not hearing you properly.
But you're live.
Okay, I'm calling to find out if what time they endorsing Dr. Keith.
Okay, don't worry. We'll give that information when the time comes around.
And Sheldon, your thing giving trouble, eh?
What is giving trouble? Hi.
Giving trouble. Check it.
I'm not too sure which one. Okay. I'm not too sure if you're speaking about the stations, the live, or the phone line. Yeah, I'm not too sure which one you're speaking about. The rest of endorsements will be announced in due time. Yeah? The rest of endorsements will be announced in due time. There's none this week or weekend. Yeah? I believe Prime Minister is going to be traveling. Yeah, to another forum. So there will be no endorsements this weekend. But don't worry, the New National Party always lets you know in good time when we're endorsing, who we're endorsing, yeah? So you will hear, I'm calling and as for the dates right now, I cannot give dates. So we will let you know. The ads will be out, the information, the promos. What you have to do is remember to add yourself to the New National Party texting platform, 405-8683. And we will provide you with all the information in a timely manner. So 405-8683, add that, and we would give you the information in a timely manner. Let's go back to the phone.
Good morning and welcome.
Yeah, what they have for him today up in the school?
Oh, today would be the internal session. That's for the delegates and so on. That's an internal session that's there today.
Up in the Happy Hill School?
I'm not too sure on the exact location. As I said, it's an internal session.
No, but how they were saying Dr. Keith have something up there Wednesday.
That's an internal session.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I think what's going to be taking place there is the endorsement by the constituents of the constituency. Yeah, because it's not the party that actually chooses. The party selects a person or persons and put them forward. The constituents in the constituency are the ones who select the person to go forward as the candidate. That's why when I hear the nonsense spoken by Dum Dum and others, it always tickles my fancy. I just laugh at it. Because it's not a matter that the executive of the New National Party or the political leader of the New National Party come and just put a person and say, this is the candidate and that's the candidate. No. The executive, would have recommendations coming from the constituency, select who those persons should be that go forward, or those persons go forward, they do the various, they do their jobs in the constituency, and then the constituency decides who is the constituency caretaker. We have another call.
Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Sheldon Devon.
Morning.
Sir.
Yeah, this afternoon at 6:30 p.m., the constituency branch will be endorsing Dr. Mitchell this evening at the Harvard Secondary School.
Okay. All right.
All right.
No problem.
Sheldon, now I'm something to talk about it in Nazimbok. All right?
Mm-hmm.
You remember Panishima came and say you could see a change in Nazimbok?
Yeah.
All right? But then a change in word, but not a change in deal. Because he still continue doing the same thing. And if a man says, if you say a man changes, it's absolutely different, but still the same thing. So I can, Bryce, you know what I want you to do for me? The clip from Randall Robinson. Play that clip for me, please.
From Randall Robinson?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No problem.
Okay, thanks.
All right.
It's been fairly assessed and based on everything that you know, and looking to what do you think probably needs to be done? Because like in a very simple way, I think politics and your profession is a lot of salesmanship.
Yes.
You need to have integrity, you need to have a heart, and you need to, but it's a lot of salesmanship is if I buy what you're selling. And I had to buy the whole thing.
Yes.
The smile, the look, you know, that sort of thing, because that's what it is.
Yeah.
So do you think that, you know, that he's been assessed fairly? That, you know, when you hear from people, because you know a different person, I'm sure.
Definitely.
So when you go into your constituency and people tell you, and even like maybe hardcore NDC people say to you, Simmons, I'm not really feeling that man, you know. And, you know, I mean, how is that? How can you overcome that?
Okay. No, what I try to point out to them is that some of the things that they have highlighted about Mr. Buck in terms of his personality, I try to make comparison to how it used to be and how it is right now. And the truth of the matter is that you can see a change in the way that he interacts with the communities compared to how it used to be in the past. The way that he dressed and probably his facial expression and all these things are things that he has been working on. I know that for a fact because you could see it. There are in the early days when he will come to probably the parish and you feel uncomfortable. Right now, if Mr. Buck come to or if Nas come to the constituency, you feel upbeat and alive, because you can see that he's making a effort to kind of change the perception, because that's what it boils down to. You know? It boils down to you hearing what the people is saying and doing something in a real way to address the issue. But again, is a lifelong process.
Yeah.
It's not something that you could just be able to overcome just in a few minutes.
Yes, so, I mean, you hear that. I mean, you hear the man change his clothes and the man change the way he dress and he try to smile and all kind of thing and doing promotion to try and make himself. But
how has he changed? Maybe he has changed his clothes. But does a leopard lose its spots or a zebra its stripes? The sad truth is, some people will say anything to get back into power. But people are asking, can a 1 cent change?
yeah, we really have to ask that question. Can a 1 cent change?
Yeah, but a zebra can change colors, you know, you could paint it.
But it's still a zebra.
Yeah, it's still a zebra, all white or all green.
It's still a zebra.
It's still a zebra.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. I wonder, boy.
Call the thing, doc. Call the debt. Repeat it after me. Call the debt.
Call the election. Call the election. We ready for you.
Can you imagine the stress of waiting to get licks, boy? And just waiting to get licks.
But you see, they calling out because they're getting impatient, frustrated and everything like that, because they know what's coming, you know. But they can't wait to get it. It's too painful.
Yeah. Been hearing quite a bit about Grenada being blacklisted.
Oh yeah,
by the European Union and that sort of thing. What I can say is this: so far, all I've been able to see is a newspaper report out of the UK in relation to that. I do not believe that the government of Grenada has received any official communication from the European Union that would say that Grenada, you are blacklisted. As far as I know, I've not seen anything like that or heard of anything like that coming out. Nothing that the European Union has contacted the island of Grenada and said that you're blacklisted. And we all know sometimes people have to retract stories. But anyway, outside of that, yeah, I would be very reserved on making any statements in relation to something like that until I receive a release from the government of Grenada. When I receive a press release from the government of Grenada on that issue, then I can comment. Yeah? Because as we always do on Hard Talk, we don't just go out shooting off at the mouth. We prefer to have the facts in front of us before we go speaking on issues. Other people, they hear something, they start to dance on the ceiling. They're happy. Because in their mind, negative news for Grenada is good news for them.
It's good news for them. They rejoice over that.
Yeah, there are a certain category of people in Grenada who believe that bad news for Grenada, bad news for our country, is positive news for them.
And you see, and they take their time and they craft their own way of putting it out to people. You know, making it as if, well, like the war is over without getting the official information. And so they keep on, you know, commenting. But again, hey, as we say, it's a democracy in our country, and
no, people are allowed to speak. But in my view, each responsibility, each one of our rights come with a certain level of responsibility.
Most definitely.
And it means, therefore, we have to be responsible in the statements that we make and careful in how we speak. Hence the reason I'm not in court. Yeah, we have to be responsible in the statements that we make. We have a call on.
Good morning and welcome.
Sheldon and Devon, good morning.
Good morning.
Well, I don't know me not to support all you, but I can't tell you good morning still, one love, but I is my boy still.
All right, my dear.
Right.
Have a
we
good
love
morning.
you still. You never know, you know.
Right.
Things could happen in the future.
I don't know where I stand, but good morning, I is my boy still.
All right, my dear.
Love you, darling.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You never know in the future things could happen. Devon wasn't a supporter at such a time. Watch him now. I mean, come on.
Well,
we love you.
It's all about country. And I love our spirit, though.
And I
No,
think
most
she
definitely, yeah.
she like us, we like her.
We
are no
like
problem with
her.
that.
Exactly.
You support your party. I mean, what we supposed to do? Vex with you?
That is what we all about. You share your views independently. Hey, I can't vex with you. I wouldn't be an enemy of you because of who you support. But I really love her spirit. Thank you, dear.
But what I would say definitely about this EU thing, I remember in 2013, the EU relooked at how they were providing aid to various countries. And in relooking that, what they did is that they said countries that have people who are earning over 1,000 US a year, 1,000 US dollars in total, if for the entire year you earn over 1,000 US, would not be eligible for certain categories of aid and assistance and grants and funding and so. And at that point in time, the only country in the Caribbean that could still receive aid due to that movement that the European Union made would have been Haiti. That's the only country, when you check the average, was under 1,000 US. They were around 750 or something like that. Grenada and all the other countries in the Caribbean were graded as middle income earners, and as such would not qualify for some of the aid that you see Haiti and the other countries in like Southeast Asia, maybe one or two countries there, like Bangladesh and so, and the African countries, the poorer African countries, and even some South American countries may qualify for. Grenada was considered to be doing a little too good to be able to qualify for that in the first place, and that dates back to the year 2013. So it's not a new something that Grenada may not be able to receive this and Grenada may not be able to receive. I've been hearing all sorts of statements, but as I said, I'm waiting on the actual release from the government of Grenada before we say anything further on it. The most I can say at this time is this. Even when I was in Parliament, we did a review of many of our tax laws. In fact, some of the things that you hear they speaking about, how much taxes and so on, Grenada taxes. They are including some of the measures that were taken by this administration to fall in line with the European Union structure. They were saying that people were evading taxes and coming to the Caribbean and depositing their money and doing things tax-free because they're depositing their money in the Caribbean. And as such, Grenada did a revision of several areas as it relates to tax. But each time we brought one of them to Parliament, even though it was not something that affected the average Grenadian, the other side picked it up as though it was something that we did that was, they add another tax on the Grenadians' back. But some of these were actually measured. That's why we keep saying name the taxes.
But they can't. They're not up to this day. Well, they went up to 30-something now.
They're up to 30-something now. Yeah, they're good up there.
But they can't name them.
So that's why we keep saying name the taxes, because this administration did a review of some of the tax laws and also did some that may have facilitated tax evasion, to do a review on those as well. And some of those went to Parliament. Many of those went to Parliament already. In fact, even while I was there, I can tell you that several passed by. Even one in relation to the United States passed by, I believe it was this year or late last year. Again, that helps to put Grenada in line with compliance. Yeah? The tax information exchange and double taxation treaties, they are being signed with the individual EU territories and so on. But you'd understand, for instance, if you have a EU territory like, let me see if I can name one. Let me don't go into naming it, because next thing I name it as one that we have not signed with, and we signed with them already. Yeah. But we have been signing the individual agreements with the EU territories, which means that the country, and I don't want to state a country because, as I said, I don't want to go and call one. I like to deal with facts. But what I can say is I know for a fact we have been signing that a country would be able to contact Grenada to find out about the finances of a citizen of that country, to be able to find out if that individual is hiding money in Grenada then. That they would be able to find out, okay, that individual made this amount of money in our EU territory, but has taken that money out of the country and is storing that money in Grenada without having paid the requisite taxes in our territory. Yeah? So we have already signed agreements with several of those EU territories in relation to that particular issue.
I'm wondering something, Sheldon. Most of these things with the European countries and other countries, when they put their laws in place, okay, I'm a citizen of a European country. I make millions of dollars, right, within the country. The government or the authorities know how much money that I earn. And so, now, how is it possible that you can just take most of these monies out of any one of this territory and dump it into?
Sometimes it might be a company based there, but they have branches outside of there. There are different ways and means that they can do that. But so that they what we've been doing is signing the agreements so that in case it's a citizen of whatever country, that country can contact Grenada and Grenada would be able to find all the information. So you can't hide the money anyway.
Right. So
because we have no offshore banks in Grenada. We have no offshore banks operating in Grenada. None. We don't operate offshore banks. How many years now we don't have offshore banks here?
Well, and
so that can't be a consideration, which is why it's interesting to hear now what were the criteria that were used to place Grenada on this list, if indeed Grenada is on the list, because I said I don't think the government has received any information that says they are. But what would be the criteria for placing Grenada on that list? And then, yeah, when the government is contacted in relation to that. It's interesting. It's really interesting.
It would be. And again, we just wait on an official release from government, explaining or giving their take of what, what is going on and so. And that is what most of the times we do. We like the truth. We like the official news coming out, so you can dissect it, you can explain it to persons. Then we just taking bits and pieces here, there, and there, and helping confuse people. That is what we don't do.
Devon, right? Someone's asking me for the overseas number. I could never remember it.
Oh, it's 347-329-3101.
Right. Okay. So I've sent it for them now.
Yes.
Nice. So we expect a call from a certain somebody in a little while.
Yes.
Nice. But we have another call online. Let's go to that phone line.
Good morning and welcome.
Yes. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
And good morning to your co-host.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Now, like you, I'm very concerned about that statement of blacklisting. At first, wanted to read this. When it first came out, Grenada's name was not mentioned. But subsequently, I heard Grenada was one of the countries. But I have been found, because I don't think that has to do, it might be East-West situation, it might be East-West relation at the political level. It also could be also on the economic level, in that the Caribbean countries are growing irrespective of the pressures that is coming down. Because I remember early statement a few years ago mentioned that when you come to Grenada, you could hardly know what part of the world you are based on our structure of homes and the type of homes, the class of homes. And so I was looking at that. Well, Grenada is a poor country. How could they be constructing this type of home, very expensive home? It has to cost some money. And so where is this money coming from? And we have our citizens up in London, we have them in the EU, and these monies are coming down here for our development. And as a result of that, okay, well, if that is the case, let us see if we could put measures to slow them down, because there are materials coming here, but let us see if we could, because why do the EU give us grant? It has to be a reason why they give us grant. It is because they're making money out of our product. But if too much money is coming here, so wait a minute, these countries are growing too fast, and soon they might not need us. So let us put measures in place to slow that down. So they're tying it now with what you call business doing, how easy it is or how hard it is to do business in the Caribbean or Grenada is no exception. What is the tax structure? Is there an imbalance? So a businessman coming from England, it should be very easy for him to set up business here. So this impediment has to go. So you're attacking the constitution, or you have to go and reform the constitution to accommodate them. But is there something behind that? Yes, I believe. My understanding is that, look, we lost the Caribbean, which is the better part of the world, and how do we take it back? It's a bit of diplomacy, psychology and diplomacy. How do we get it back? By imposing conditions that will force them to allow our citizens to rebase. And as a result of rebasing, we're going to have a new advantage. We have what it takes to develop, and so we're going to buy them out, in other words, and take control. So we once more in the Caribbean, in the better part of the world. I think it has to do a lot with those things. So we have to look at this thing critically, because I don't think Grenada has done or is doing anything wrong to be on a backlisting because we're trying to grow. So we have to look at what you call the fine areas that is hidden, is a loophole, is something is there. That is what we have to pull out.
But you see, that's the thing now.
To determine what is the motive behind, and the motive is, right, we want to be in the Caribbean. We come in here on holiday, but we want to be here permanent. Remember, we caused them not make the cocoa and this economic thing that they're riding on. We caused it here through slavery. And why should we leave it for them? No, let us retake it, regain our advantage. So we have this thing as our support here now. So I believe it has to do a lot. No, I might be wrong, but that is what my intelligence is telling me. It's a re-entry on that level to the best part of the world, the Caribbean. Right?
Thank you.
Have a great day, sir.
All right, thank you.
Very interesting.
And some people may want to give you the impression that it's just Grenada from the Caribbean. No, Trinidad is there.
Yeah.
Barbados is there. I think St. Lucia, is there. Yeah, and the thing is this, while in Parliament, I remember things like, for instance, we passed the Proceeds of Crime, right? Proceeds of Crime Act, which means basically that if somebody has been found involved in criminal activity and so on, for instance, you find a person who has been involved in drug dealing or drug trafficking, that government can seize all of their property, not just the cash money that you catch them with, but that you can seize their vehicles, you can seize their house, you can seize their land, you can seize everything. Even if they just try to transfer it to somebody else, that you'd be able to seize that as well. And that's just one of a few. I'm going to get to the others in a while. Good morning.
Hello.
Morning.
Hi, morning, Sheldon.
Hi, morning.
How are you?
Quite fine.
This is Patsy. Yeah,
Hey.
Patricia.
Patty!
Yeah. Hi, Devon.
Hi, good morning.
I know why you
How are
called.
doing?
Not too bad.
I know why
All
she
right.
called today. Let me just hush my mouth. Right. Go right ahead, Patty.
I cannot stay too long because I'm getting ready for work.
Mm-hmm.
I want to wish Cami a beautiful and happy birthday. I hope she enjoys today. Cami, have a glass of wine for Matthew and I. And please, when you cook your ham for Christmas, leave some slices for us, okay? Leave some slices of salt ham, not the pre-cook. Okay?
You know she could do it.
And she listens.
Yeah, how you doing?
We're quite fine.
Okay, you all good?
Yes, for the time
we
being.
good.
Yeah, so take care. Call for Christmas.
Yes,
All
you know.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to make sure I do that.
I'm almost leaving for work, okay?
All right, you take care.
Have a blessed day.
You
Come
too, have a blessed
Talk
day.
to you.
Yeah, she listening. She's not in a red and white already.
Yes, man.
Okay.
Yes. And Cami, Depot says that a St. Andrew man, how you think for you?
Yes.
Right. Depot say a St. Andrew man, how you think for you? So the man go pass down. And we ain't say such a happy birthday to Cami. I'm a tune queue up there. No, don't feel I forget Cami birthday. The tune queue up there. We just waiting.
Let me play that thing before we get
No, but before I forget the rest of stuff, let me just deal with piece of this and we will come back to Cami just now. Cami at she time. We can't just jump off on Cami and come back, you know. Yeah, we gotta give Cami she time. But here's what. There's also a bill that passed through Parliament, the Foreign Account Tax Compliance Act. That also deals with that particular issue of tax evasion by people who might be part of the European Union or whichever country on earth. It deals with the Foreign Account Tax Compliance Act. You have the Counter Finance for Terrorism Act. That again deals with various aspects of this. So it is not a situation, and that's why I'm trying to understand, because it would be surprising to me and very interesting to me to find out how, after complying, you still end up on the list.
Yeah, very interesting though.
I knew you was on a list before, and when NNP came in, we were able to get us off that list. But how is it that we still, if we are on a list? Yeah?
There's a lot of more explanation and information that we need to have, to give a clear picture of the whole thing. Right? And then that's where government comes in, when they give the official, take
so
on that.
As we said, we'll get further into that one and deeper into that one when we receive an official release from the government of Grenada.
And you know what? Despite all of that, even if that is in the air, right, for what it may think, that will not stop us from moving on. See, we will keep moving on, delivering to the poor persons of our country, the persons that need the most in our country. This government will continue to deliver. Ain't no stopping now.
But I'm pretty sure that it could be just one area that Grenada didn't comply on, and you end up on this list. I'm pretty sure. They have the mutual assistance thing that I know Grenada has not yet signed, and probably didn't give a timeline in relation to. That could be the area that is probably the one that's outstanding still. And that's the reason that they put you on your list, because the mutual administrative assistance bill, that one hasn't been passed yet. But that's something that I know that the drafting team would have looked at. And then you have to look at in the context of this as well. The United States has recently asked not only Grenada but the entire Caribbean region to sign an agreement in relation to similar tax administration thing for the United States. The Americans are saying it's beneficial to them, they need it, all that sort of thing. But they want the Caribbean countries pay to set it up. So you have to pass it. Other than that, they sanction you. But each country has to find roughly $1 million EC to set up the framework to make sure that that information can be collected and sent to the United States. And guess what? President Trump and them ain't giving a cent towards you setting up that administrative system that is something that they require, they need, they want, they're telling you that you must do, but they're not providing any funding in relation to it. You have to find the funding on your own. Poor or rich, you have to find that $1 million on your own to set it up. So you understand what's going on.
And to benefit them.
Yeah.
But for all those who are there gloating, and I say gloating about what they're hearing or what they perceive to be facts or truth, and so I'm wondering if you guys are Grenadians, but just to note that whatever distraction that you bring forth at this point in time will not work, right? It will not work because Grenadians have come to realize that, look, the way forward at this point in time is with the new National Party led by Dr. Mitchell, right? It would not change. They would not change that. So no matter what you do, how many distractions you create, right, about what is going on in Grenada, the development and the delivery process that is going on, it wouldn't work.
But let me ask something here, because I see individuals like Claudette Joseph and so jumping up about, we have a lot of things to fix when we come in. Fix what?
Fix what?
Fix what? Fix what economy?
Yeah.
This economy that the NNP has fixed that is now rolling out to provide for the Grenadian people, fix what? Fix your hair?
Yeah,
I mean, not fix the economy.
Fix her hair and those around her.
Yeah,
you got to start fixing that first.
You ain't going and fix the economy. It's already been fixed.
Yeah,
when the new National Party came into office in 2013, we met a broken economy. Broken. Yeah? Broken economy. And I think we will play that little thing by Nazim Burke in a while again. But a broken economy where the government of Grenada was struggling to pay civil servants.
They was almost broke.
And we ain't talking about back pay. We ain't talking about one-off payments. We're not talking about razor pay and this kind of thing. We're talking about their normal monthly salary that the government of Grenada was struggling. Had to borrow money from St. Vincent
That was a serious thing, you know.
Had to borrow money from St. Vincent.
To help
had
pay.
to raid the National Insurance Scheme, raid the NIS.
The banks cut them off because they wasn't like, giving them no more overdraft.
So this is the situation that the NNP met. And the civil servants know this.
Yeah, they know. It's a fact. Can't hide
We ain't saying anything here that you could come out and say we lie. What we're saying here is a fact. It's a fact.
And they can't challenge it, you know, because not even the workers of this country could challenge what we're now saying about the payment of late salaries and all these type of things.
And just as bad as that, you came in and met tens of millions of dollars in unpaid claims sitting in the treasury.
And most of them are a lot of local business persons who are suffering.
And those unpaid claims were sitting in the treasury while your political leader was sitting as the Minister of Finance. So fix what? Fix what? I remember a farmer calling me on Hard Talk, and you could try to say I lie, but I have recordings of all the old Hard Talk programs, that he had $6,000 owed by the government of Grenada. And months, he begged, he pleaded. The NNP had to come back in and pay that farmer. The NNP, and he had provided foodstuff apparently to the hospital and 1 or 2 locations. And these people were not being paid. You had the building contractors. You had the people who selling building material that were not being paid by the government of Grenada. This present administration had brought those over 90 days down to 0. So nobody is being owed them significant amounts of money over 3 months. That you try to pay them within 3 months, you're paying people. You don't realize, you doesn't hear people calling like Shaggy and thing in the morning and saying contractor get paid and didn't pay them.
And didn't pay them.
You realize you don't hear that again?
You don't hear no crew and thing, pavement crew outside there, and months they ain't getting no money and everything like that. You don't hear that.
You got the 2 scampish one that will come and try to use that as an excuse. But if you're listening, before you would hear somebody call and say, well, this person, I work since July and I ain't get my money yet. And all the time is government don't pay it, government don't pay it, government don't pay it. You realize you ain't hearing that?
No.
That is because the government is paying its bills.
Yep.
Yeah? So that the state of the economy is much improved. Yeah, it's not a case with government or the people that's selling building materials. One building material company, when they get the money, when NNP came in 2013 and we paid them, the first thing they do, they go and they buy a new truck. That's to tell you how much money they had inside. They buy a brand new truck as soon as they get the money to be able to move the business forward. And that is what had been taking place. Yeah? That is what had been taking place. And now they're trying to give the impression that, NNP talking about things, but they ain't paying people. They ain't paying this one, they ain't paying that one. That's not the truth. Ask the civil servants. They have been paid. Yeah, and they're usually paid by the 27th. Eh?
Well, I on 25th these days now.
Yeah, some of them, according to how the month fall, on the 25th they get the money.
On the 25th. And they ain't making joke about it. Imagine you're 5 days before the end of the month. And they mad if they get it on the 26th and 27th. But you know what?
We understand.
That's confidence.
We set the standard high. So when they get, we are vexing for that, man.
And then you know what?
We set the standard high.
It's confidence that they place of the management of this economy.
Yes, so I'm trying to figure out what economy they come in to fix. We have a call online.
Good morning and welcome.
Morning, Sheldon and Devon. You know what I'm calling on?
Oh gosh, morning.
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 Today is my birthday today.
Oh gosh, happy birthday, Cammy.
Matthew, Mr. Watt, in America, all my friends. Anybody say what dress up nice, eh?
I know, I see.
You 16-year-old girl, eh?
I see.
16 years today.
Red and white.
Yeah. What?
Oh, Papa.
Sheldon.
Yes, ma'am.
I was so upset yesterday. I had to tell you that. I was so upset yesterday from Grenville with a big man, big old man, running his mouth on you so much. And you and Orange and White Boy. About you and Peter David. I mean, it's so disgusting. I had to take him up, I had to take him up.
Oh, God.
All the way from Grenville to St. George's. He didn't have nothing nice to say.
But
I beating you. Well, you jump on the bus and you run. No, serious. Or you come out and you come out. And I know you're listening. It's not nice. You are Grenadians all over the world. All over the world you are Grenadians. So even if you're not from Grenada, you cannot sing the same. It's not nice.
Don't bother them. Don't bother them, Cammy. I mean, the people know where it's Calypso, so they could go there. One thing you had to tell them.
Sheldon, the thing they were saying was not nice.
If he have a
I can't tell you what you were saying on the radio.
No, but if he have
I just put him in his place.
No, but
I want to jump on Peter. I'm balling up Peter, they will bring comb back. I get real mad. Yeah.
Desperation. Don't worry about them.
So
and tell the people to come have a big budget sale today.
All right.
Children clothes, boys clothes for kids. First, just come. Let us come and shop and then we get money from a body today. And I will leave 2 drinks for y'all.
All right.
I'm going to leave something for you and the boys. Pass and take a drink.
Okay.
And tell Mr. Watt and all my friends out there, having a wonderful time today. I dress up with me tight and me nice. Well, you know the latest style are going on now. People see you, girl. People see you, girl, boy.
Oh, gosh.
I'm 61 today and I thank God I make that milestone. 61.
Yep. That is
I don't drink alcohol, but I'm going to have a drink. I'm going to have a drink. I'm going to have champagne. Somebody bring for me. I'm going to take a drink. I mean, the guys, the Grenville busmen, I will put a case of drink there for them.
All right.
I will make sure you pass today.
I have something for you.
You pass for that drink or you will not get it.
I will pass, I will pass.
I have something for you, but I can't tell you
my
name.
hairdresser, Royal give me a wonderful hairstyle. And I'm looking for an English bloke now. An English bloke. An English bloke. And I was so happy. Sister Delma Thomas called early this morning to wish me a happy birthday. Thank you, Sister Delma. So, you all have a blessed day.
All right,
Okay.
Cammy.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
All
One
right, Cammy.
love.
Later.
Yes.
Birthday girl.
The birthday girl. We actually birthday tune in and we go play it. Yeah, we go play it in a time and we go play it for.
Camille
And let me say this, we expected it, and Cammy would not have been able to hear us yesterday when we said we expect that they would come out and they'd say all sorts of things about me. They'll come out, they'll say all sorts of things about Devon. We expect that. They are desperate and they are dunce. So they have nothing else. They can't interfere with me on an intellectual level. They can't call this program and have a proper discussion in relation to an issue and put forward a reasonable viewpoint and have me counter with a reasonable viewpoint. They can't do that. So they have to try and attack things. I was born in Marbella, in Trinidad and Tobago. I went to school to the Marbella Boys Anglican, the Williamsville Junior Secondary School, and the Marbella Senior Comprehensive School in Trinidad. I also attended the Grenada National College, which became the T.A. Mauricio Community College while I was there. Yeah, between 1993 and 1996. I don't have to hide anything. I'm an open book. Yeah? I'm an open book. I don't have to hide anything. Because the people that accuse you of something usually doing worse than they accuse you of.
Oh, they have something to hide.
That they have more than have things to hide. They want to accuse you of all sorts of things. And then, Papayo, when you hear their information boss, the true information about them boss,
you wonder.
You wonder. Yeah? So what? I was born in Trinidad. I ever come here and hide that? Ever come here and don't say that?
From the onset. Unlike other persons who just letting people know who they are and where they come from and where they grew up.
They just know they're from Karakou.
They just know they're from Karakou.
I know where I'm from. And you see, when you hear me speaking here, you realize I don't put on any accent. You hear the Trinidadian accent inside there. You hear the Grenadian accent inside there. I don't have to put on any accent because I ain't hiding who I am. I'm proud of who I am and where I came from. Yeah, I'm not hiding anything. I grew up next to one of the biggest labas in Trinidad and Tobago, right next to it, like within a couple 100 feet of it. One of the biggest labas in Trinidad and Tobago.
But you know,
am I supposed to be ashamed of that? No. I'm proud that I came from there and I'm able to arrive and reach to where I have reached through hard work. And if you, who want to run all your mouth, go out and work, you could probably reach somewhere too, instead of watching poor people children and try to drag them down. Yeah?
But you know, some of them, Sheldon, some of the leaders in NDC.
It's encouraged by the leadership of the NDC. That's where that nastiness and nonsense is coming from. It's encouraged by the leadership of the NDC.
Yeah, what they basically do. They know. For example, they coming down on you for you were born in Trinidad. But you know, a lot of them, they praise and they, well, not worship and so, but they give kudos to former Prime Minister Maurice Bishop. Maurice Bishop was born in Aruba.
Well, probably that's why they do him what they do him.
You understand? He was born in Aruba, and Grenadians, and he was a Grenadian, and Grenadians gravitated to him, took him and made him our Prime Minister.
Where was Senator Clouden born?
Senator Clouden was born where? In I'm not too sure. I know you have roots in Karakou.
I know one of the former Senator Clouden was born in Aruba.
Okay.
I'm not too sure if the younger Senator Clouden was born in Aruba as well. I think maybe a case that he was born there as well.
So, but again, Sheldon, I mean, look at that.
But it does not
matter.
It matters not.
What does that mean? It's just like you telling me here that, okay, I was born in Grenville, but I grew up in St. George's.
So you have no right to speak on Grenville thing.
You understand? Come on.
But not to go too deep into this, but let me tell you, yeah, and they better leave Pedro alone and shoot.
Hey,
Cammy, I get a message there. They say Pedro mightn't like the fact you're picking up an English bloke.
Yeah. The man said to get pink already. For Cammy, okay.
Yes, Zeri David, they're saying that Cammy, you and them are celebrating birthday today. Yeah, and Kingsley, your birthday was yesterday. Yeah, congratulations to you on your birthday, bro. We forgot to give you your happy birthday greeting.
Sagittarius, the best.
Yeah.
The best. Happy birthday to all the Sagittarius.
I know about all that.
I know about that. Loving, kind. I mean, personal. Oh.
But let me say something here, and it's a very important message I need to deliver. You probably have over 6,000 people on this island who were either born in Trinidad and Tobago or another Caribbean territory that are residing on the island that might also be eligible to vote. So you all know which party to vote for, because you all know which party only threatening to send this one back and to send that one back.
Exactly.
Not that they can do it. They're a bunch of cowards. They tried to send me back while they were in opposition.
True?
Only to they actually did. They actually sent two immigration officers with a bus to attempt to deport me while the NDC was in office. Imagine when I told Pedro that, and at the time me and Pedro was no big friend, me and Peter David was no, he cried. When I met him and I told him that, he actually cried and asked, how could they get that low to try to do something like that? So I will tell them something. I'm not afraid of any of them. And to every one of you who are listening to this program, eligible voters in Grenada right now, listen to the xenophobic statements being made by the NDC supporters out there, that if you were not born here, that you should have no rights here. No matter if your mother, like me, is from St. George, from right there in Springs. No matter if your father, like me, is from Karakou in Mount Royal. As far as they are concerned, you're not Grenadian.
Nope.
You have no rights. They don't support you, and if they get the opportunity, they would try to get rid of you from the island. So all of you, my Guyanese friends, who are residing in Grenada and registered, you all know what to do.
And who is saying what?
All of my friends from in the Syrian community and the Asian business community, and your children who are here
and born in Grenada.
You hear the kind of statements they're throwing for me, whose father is from right there in Karakou and whose mother is from right here in St. George. The majority of you, some of your children could talk so, but the majority of you can't talk so. because your mother and father may be from Syria or Pakistan or India or wherever, so you can't talk so. So you know which party to vote for, ain't it?
Yep.
Yeah?
You know who party is threatening to deport you.
Yeah.
Right? Because you from another country and you're exercising your democratic right. You still agree? You're a Grenadian citizen,
Yeah,
you know?
Grenadian.
A Grenadian citizen, but they are threatening that right of you to remain and to survive in Grenada. Oh, what pile of baloney. What's wrong with these guys and them? I mean, and that is the kind of Grenada that you guys want to build, one of the vision and that sort of things. Come on.
Hey, let's say good morning to Linky. Yeah, Lieutenant Linky. Linky, good morning to you, sir. Hope you're having a fabulous day. He says a big up to Devon.
Yes,
so
sir.
A special good morning to you, Devon.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying. So you all know which direction to vote, yeah? You all know what to do.
That's pathetic.
You have to support the party, the new national party, the party that isn't xenophobic, that isn't against somebody just because they happen to be born in another country.
But it's Grenadian.
Yeah, so you just say, you have to say the thing how it is.
You don't have to be born in Grenada to be a Grenadian. Duh.
Listen,
I mean, come on, people.
I grew up barefoot in the ghetto in Trinidad as a little child in the ghetto in Trinidad, going and catch crab in the mangrove, swimming in the brown waters of the Gulf of Paria. Yeah? As a little child, always getting cut under my foot because I walking on broken bottle and all kind of thing from the garbage heap that wasn't too far away from where I grew up.
But you know
I'm not afraid to say anything.
You know what's interesting,
but to see a poor little boy that was there and to see where I've been able to go, what I've been able to do, you should be praising something like that, not attacking it. But again, if you could attack Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, who is from right here in Grenada, and he come out from Brizan, in between all them boulders and all of them thing and them day, Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell came out from Brizan and has been able to achieve all that he in his personal and professional life, let's even leave the political out, but his personal and professional life, academic life, if he's been able to achieve all that he has achieved, doctorate and so on, yeah, professor at various universities in the United States, yeah, married, has his own home, has a successful business and all of that. If he has been able to achieve all of that and then politically achieve the feat of being the longest serving prime minister in Grenada's history, but not only that, the only political leader to come from opposition and win all the seats in a general election. And not only that, but the only political leader to do it twice, to win all the seats in a general election twice. If you could still hate him and still run your mouth on him after he achieved all that, this little barefoot, dirty-foot boy from in the ghetto in Trinidad is nobody for you to say anything about. They crucified Christ after all, so who is me?
But you know, interesting, and a lot of us in Grenada who keep, you know, pushing that motive. You know, when you look at some of our families and so, look at most of them were there in New York, in Canada, in London, and so. Are they citizens? A lot of them, are they citizens of this country? Do you want to see the United States government deport them? And I mean, look at it on both sides. While you trying to shove a spear in somebody's back, I mean, your family is being exposed also. You understand? So come on, let us stop that foolishness, right? And stop trying to divide Grenada. And so let us build a peaceful and harmonious Grenada. That's all we want to see.
And in addition to that, and the final thing on this one, because I think we're going on it a little too long, it's just after 11. Final thing on this one. Any of them want to make those statements, I want them come and make it to my face.
They won't do that.
Come, if you're brave, if you're not a coward, if you're not afraid of me, come make the statement to my face.
You know of any NDC that's brave?
All them is a bunch of cowards. Yeah?
Perhaps I feel the only one
now them cowards
is maybe Uncle Tilly.
Now them coward too.
No, but
now them coward.
He had belly to have these guys around him and to encourage him in all kind of foolishness.
I would have called him another word for that. Anyhow, yeah, but all of them coward. If you're brave, if you're willing to go and stand up in court, no, I'm not threatening to beat up anybody. I ain't had time for that stupidness. If you're willing to go to court and repeat what you're saying out there, come say it to my face. Yeah?
They wouldn't do that.
I'll be by Cami later. You could meet me there. Come say it to my face. I live in Frequente, down in the Bronx, Lepotia Drive. Come say it to my face. I'm at Mount Helicon anyway from 9 a.m. going up until about 1, 2 p.m., sometimes later than that. Come say it to my face. Yeah? And I could tell you where else others be, where others be and when others be. I could put out my schedule. I'm not afraid of anybody. Yeah? Let's go to the phone line.
Good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
What's up?
We're great.
Good.
Good morning.
Yeah, we hearing you. Good morning, my dear.
Yes, the phone started giving trouble.
Yeah, we realize that. But go right ahead, my dear.
Listen, I've got 3 children born in Trinidad and my husband.
And they voting, right?
3 children born in Trinidad.
And they voting?
No.
They ain't voting?
Trinidad present. Yeah, but what I'm saying,
right.
Would they deport them and their father?
You never know. You never know.
Listen, them ain't doing nothing. Them called.
Listen, what I'm thinking about Senator Scott is we have people live in Grenada and going to America. Different places, Trinidad, Guyana, and all these different places. So what is the difference? The minister, wife, the one that vying to be prime minister just now, as he say, where his wife come from? Where his wife come from?
Exactly. She's from Barbados.
Exactly. So, I mean, come on. You see somebody you love and all you could make it together. Come on. What to these people and them at all?
That's just foolishness on their
What's
part.
more important, they don't studying that. But to make mischief, they know how to make mischief. Just as all these things they're saying about the Prime Minister, that this thing on them can be right.
And you see, and these are the persons that claim that they're talking about Caribbean unity and all these type of things.
And sign for thing of conduct.
Yes, and all that kind of thing. But they, but they stand for nothing anyways.
Oh.
They'll fall for anything.
Coming up with something, bring something substantial that people understand. Why you making all these propagandas and things like that? Trying to think somebody else's character.
Exactly. Well, that's what they best at.
Because all they get in an overseas call, so we'll talk again.
All right, Daddy, take care.
All right.
Bye-bye.
And we have
good morning and welcome.
Yeah, good morning. How are you?
Not too bad.
Quite fine.
Fine.
Okay, I'm calling from New York.
Yes.
I'm a Grenadian, and I have kids that, is American. And they are Grenadian too, because
not as far as the NDC is concerned. They consider them to be American. They have no right in Grenadian business as far as the NDC is concerned. That's how that organization believes and acts.
They're stupid, because I'm coming home to vote anyway. Because I'm registered. I'm registered, and my daughter, my two daughters, they are registered in Grenada. So we are coming home to vote. So it's too bad for them. Too bad.
They go how to deal with it.
Exactly. They didn't done anything when they was there, and I don't see they have intention of doing anything else again. So they just talk.
Yep.
Oh boy.
They just
them. They covered too much.
All right, my dear.
All of them freed me.
How is New York this morning? How is New York this morning?
So you all have a blessed day. We are cold over here. It's very cold today.
Wow.
Oh gosh. Oh dear. I'm so sorry to hear that.
We empathize.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Have a blessed day.
You too, my dear.
Bye.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? We got to send some sunshine.
It also means very soon I could start interfering with my friends P.D. Francis and Muscles. I could start interfering with Muscles and Burbis and Zingo and all of them. Yeah, and PD. I could start interfering with Kathy, all of them. Yeah, I'll start to send some pictures of Grandhands Beach and so on.
And the waterfall and so the seven falls.
Yes, that's the same. But
and
you
the beautiful white sand.
only send those photos for them when snow falling or the temperature dropped to close to or below zero.
Yeah, below zero, -5, and that kind of thing. So we just post it up. Poops, all over. Anything they're looking at, we just send up the sunshine for them.
Yeah.
That's how Grenada is.
Yeah.
You guys missing out, man.
You see, you sending it to make them happy. I saying it and torture them.
No, well, I mean, you see, they're twofold. Why, as they do so and they feel a little happy, then they say, oh my God, I'm in New York. When they catch yourself. You know what? Hey, that's how it is. Man.
I wonder if I have a song. Sometimes you have to go a little old school. A Jamaican would know this song.
My father Banya, my father Banya, my grandmother Banya, my grandmother Banya.
You know, I could sing that, yeah? Oops, we missed that call, yeah?
My leader Banya, my leader Banya. That's why I not live now. No, I not.
Well, you know, I have tune for everything, you know.
He gave I a message.
All right, that's enough of that. Next thing, Facebook cut me off there, you understand? So you just had a thing, right? Nice, yeah. All right, 4407377. That's the number for you to call and get on the inside. We kind of having more of an open line today.
Yes, today.
We have a caller.
Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Brother Devon. How are you?
I'm fine, Miss Jacob.
And Senator Scott, good morning.
Good morning.
And Senator Scott are going to beat Brother Devon because I didn't see him Sunday.
Oh.
Wait, Miss Jacob, if you know, he was on the other side to where you were sitting. He was on the other side of the stage, but he was busy on that side of the stage, yeah?
Okay.
So I am protecting my brother. He shall not be beaten because he was doing an important job at the point in time.
Okay.
And that's in my backyard, so I had no reason not to be there.
Yeah.
Okay. So I take back that stick.
Thank you.
My brother Senator Scott and Brother Devon. He had a fella. You was listening to Joseph this morning? GBN?
To who?
GBN.
GBN.
No, was listening to who on it this morning?
Joseph Scott. Let us call him Joseph, but I forget the other name.
I didn't get an opportunity to listen this morning, no.
Gosh. That boy says some... Well, I don't know how to call it now. Some statement, which he don't have no facts about it. How the NMP supporters hire the NDC man, leave the NDC, and the NMP people take him in, and how they plan to kill all the NDC.
To kill? Well, here's what, Miss Jacob.
Hey.
Let me, let's...
Get that tape for.
Let me hear what he said, because, you see, if you say something that he did not say...
Yeah, he said.
No, hold on. I didn't hear it. I have to protect myself. Because there are times that people have said to me, I heard this, I heard it. And when I go and get the original and listen it, it's something else that was said. So I'm saying, hold on. I'm saying here to protect myself and to protect Devon and to protect each of the stations from each of us having to go and find us $6,000 to protect ourselves in a lawsuit. We will disassociate ourselves with the statement until and unless we can prove it to be true.
Right.
Yeah? So because that is a serious statement if it was made.
Yes, he made.
Right? If it was made, it is a serious statement.
A very serious one too.
And as such, I think it is important for us to research whether or not that statement indeed was made.
Research it.
All right? So I'll do that.
I want to tell my beautiful sister Camille Scott, Teresa Scott, happy birthday. She is 16 years today. Senator Scott and Brother Devon.
She is.
So we are wishing her the best. Well, she has 16 years.
Yes.
So I put 30 years on it for her with health, strength, energy, patience, and I'll leave it.
All right, my dear.
So you all go play a nice tune for me, please, eh?
We have one there queue up. We will play it a little later. All right.
All right, Miss Jacob.
God bless you and Brother Devon and Senator Scott. You all keep up on your good work.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay, darling?
All right.
Love you.
Okay, love you too.
Jacob.
Yes, indeed. Yeah? Yeah, you know, I just always a tune for all kind of thing.
Hey, and you know, a good morning to all vendors in the nation's market, St. George's, and especially Grenville, right? To all the ladies out there in Grenville, Soteres, St. Mark, St. John's, wherever you are, good morning to you.
Call online.
Good morning.
Morning, Sheldon and Devon. How you doing?
Not too quite bad, fine. My brother.
All right. You know, Sheldon and Devon, I was just looking at it. Look at the leadership of the NMP, which is the main party in Grenada. And some people have said the two main parties. There's no two main parties. There's one party, right? Main party in Grenada, right? And that is the New National Party. But when you look at the leadership of the NMP and the leadership of the NDC, Sheldon, even on the social media page, Facebook, for example, as for someone who in the NDC who was saying that they will be the next prime minister, Grenadians, not that are sending traffic to his page, but look at that page and tell me if that is what you want to represent you locally, regionally, and internationally. Listen, Sheldon, Mr. Robertson is right. Can a 1 cent change? When will this gentleman change his page? When he become prime minister? After he would have gotten it with all kind of, you know, Mickey Mouse thing on his... I mean, you want to be the next... You call yourself... You're promoting yourself as the next prime minister of this country, Grenada, Carriacou, and Big Party. And when someone goes to your Facebook page, it's all kind of foolishness about Grenadians. When you look at it, you understand? The way you are treating the leader or the prime minister of this country. Because let me tell you something. What a lot of them don't realize. Though they might say the campaigns start and whatnot and whatnot. No, this is Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell is the prime minister of this country. And when you have someone who is vying to be the next prime minister, have the kind of person that they have and the things that they are saying about that prime minister, would you like to be treated the same way when you, if it so happens, so to speak, that you become the prime minister, would you like to be treated that way? Sheldon, is a cause for concern, and I think Grenadians just have a look at this gentleman page. What you would see is what I would have seen. Someone who is obsessed with the Prime Minister of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. Because you see more of the Prime Minister of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique on his page, right, than you would see of him. So right away we see that we're dealing with a sick individual. Would he be able to take out that kind of mindset if it so happened that he go into the governing seat as a prime minister of this country? I see no. And we have to look at that. Right? We really have to look at that. Just have a look at his page, people, and you would see what's going on. So we know the word of God says, as a man thinketh, so is he. You understand? So if that is a man mindset now, when will he grow up? And I'm saying prime minister to be the MP of the Northeast. When will that happen? Now we have to look at that. That's a serious thing, brethren. We really have to look at that. Then another thing I want to say, Sheldon, I want to congratulate Ministry of Works and the road work that they are doing in this country. Sheldon, I mean, they are trying their best, given the situation before us. We know we had some weather and you know the mix that we have that we use. But if you right now with the Thomas and George, And when you go through River Road, the way that how things was, man, I give the guys, Mr. Lord and the gang, man, wonderful job. Wonderful job. You understand? And you've seen a lot of that all over the place, Sheldon. A lot of that all over the place. And Sheldon, could you imagine, when you look at the time, today is what, the 6th, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Today is basically the 6th. And it's like every day in Tongue is a Christmas Eve. You know?
Boy, don't say that. People say that nobody in Tongue, boy.
You don't have what?
Don't talk loud.
Sheldon, every day
I had to
in
post
Tongue is like a Christmas Eve.
I had to post some footage on Sunday.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
You don't know, listen, to me, like, they start paying by the week.
But I don't know what's going on. Seriously. And imagine now, if civil servants get the local one-off payment, if they were to get that with their salary packet towards the end of next week, imagine if they were to get a couple of $100 extra in the packet at the end of next week.
Well,
I mean, the Prime Minister say he's willing to do it, and he's just waiting for the okay.
You mean that the two owners would have to make a last shopping before Christmas, or else they would not nothing for Christmas Eve? Because for what I'm seeing, I'm telling you.
For them containers that I see coming in the last few weeks, man. Phew.
What? And so let me tell you a secret. Don't tell nobody, eh? Everybody I see in Tongue looking at foreigners, you know. Everybody I see in Tongue everybody. Don't tell nobody what I tell you today. No, that's between me and you. Don't even tell them one. Yeah?
They want to know.
Everybody in Tongue looking like foreigners.
They want to turn off your headphone. You turn it off and say you couldn't hear that part.
I'm telling you. I mean,
yeah,
it's a good vibe.
It's a good vibes. Yeah, it's really a good vibe. Thank you very much.
It's a good feeling, man, to be in a country that is comfortable, right, and stable. And that is what Grenadians are enjoying.
You gotta ask yourself, they're saying they go fix the thing. Before we go any further, I have to say another happy birthday. The happy birthday is coming out fast and furious to Jamelia out there in Karaoke. Yes, Jamelia Joseph, today is your birthday. And we do hope that you enjoy, not just the day, you know, the weekend starts today. So you're enjoying today. And it's like we're going straight into the weekend with that one. We go take a little break from about, let me say, about 6 o'clock Sunday to recuperate so you could go to work normally on Monday. All right? Because I had to go to work, eh? So to go to work on Monday as normal. All right? Nice. So we thinking, we do the thing. Nice, right?
It's a nice time to celebrate birthdays, you know, in December.
Yeah. Hey, just a programming note to those of you out there in Radioland. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
Senate.
No hard talk. So Senate. And believe me, you want to listen to the Senate. And you want to hear hard talk them these days.
You want to listen to the Senate.
Boy, I see Senator Garway, Senator Garway training all kind of thing. Yeah. Like a muscle man.
Pumping up
I
and
see
so.
there and all kind of thing. I know Senator... Morning to you, Senator Winston Garway. One of these days when you're passing through, you must just drop in and check us on it. I find you give us up, man. You give us back. Yeah, so Senator Winston Garway,
turn back on
good
us.
morning to you. Yeah, and I know all of the other senators. Watch. Are going down when Pedro speaking.
But you know,
are going down. In fact, I'll be there for nearly everybody. I'm making sure they when Pedro speaking though.
The leader of government business, in the Senate. He is a man opening the bat, and I know he's a stylish, aggressive,
Simon is a SSS, Simon is SSS, Senator Simon Steele.
He's bang on target, and he will lead off.
It's two SSS used to be there, me and he, you know.
True.
SSS, Senator Simon Steele.
He would lead off, and as usual.
And he closing too.
And he closing too.
Yeah, he leading off and he getting to close.
So imagine that. All right,
yeah.
And I can, the presentation I would love to hear.
I could tell you what Senator Burke presentation
Not
is.
even he, the Senator for Agriculture. What a
well, you have belly. You could listen.
I mean, empty, but I still want to hear the few words he had to say.
If I was around the Senate at that point in time, anytime he started to talk, that when I was going for tea, I'm telling you straight.
But he couldn't enter the Senate, in my view.
Two men used to do that. You see, me and the late Senator Jester Emmons, when he's so talking, we get up. Hey, there's a good time to go and take some tea. You go and take some tea. You use the bathroom. You take a little breather outside. You stretch, and you come back.
He has not contributed nothing, in my view, in these couple of years in the Senate when it comes to farmers. And farmers, I know you taking note. You watch his performance.
You could go in the Senate and just say, I do agree and sit down.
Exactly.
I mean, well, what you say.
And that's it. And still for all the one day the one day of the month that the government allocates or Parliament is allocated for them, right? And they're being paid $800 for that one day. Some of them complain and crying and say that it's stipend.
They can't pay gas with that.
They can't pay gas with that. What are they traveling with?
I mean, some people might
Air Force One or what?
Some people might find the price of gas high, but I mean, it ain't that high that you can't spend $800 to come to Parliament for 2 or 3 days. And look, this is the longest they got to come for, 2 or 3 days. You're telling me that $800 still can't buy gas to that vehicle? I mean,
but you know, the disrespect I cannot understand and tolerate, especially with the Senator for Agriculture. The Senate, you've been paid by the taxpayers' money to attend the Senate, right, on behalf of the farmers, and you start up in front of NCB, Republic Bank, selling.
And you see him, eh?
I see him.
Yeah,
I see him. I definitely see him. You understand? He's selling. I mean, imagine that. And the nation business is being debated. We don't need these kind of persons to represent no sector of our country. None.
You see, but the boy just go and do all kind of thing, and then you see.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Grenadian rebirth is truly on its way. The delivery that we promised steadily continues, and we'll be.
We know how we are, but we don't know how we go get. Let we continue the progress.
Let's go back to the phone line.
Good morning and welcome.
Morning, gentlemen.
Good morning to you, Doc. Sir.
Yes, Brother Scott, don't be jealous, but allow me to say a belated happy birthday to Comrade Romain.
Oh, thank you very much, sir.
Yes.
They say cut and go through, man.
Thank you very much.
You know, and I find he was, just at the end of the program yesterday, he was in his pinker form. He was in his pinker form. I really enjoyed how he laid it down, you know.
Thank you.
The brave soldier he always was and is. And so today, special birthday greetings to Sister Kami.
Yes,
she's
special.
61. I think I'm a few steps behind.
She ain't afraid to tell people her age, unlike other people around here. She ain't afraid.
Ms. Jacob says she's 16.
I'm a few steps behind, not far. She's in my focus, you know, or neighborhood. Let me see. Yes. So, gentlemen, are not definitely the question of the foreigners. I'm hearing
so-called foreigners.
So-called foreigners. You know, and I have because I occasionally listen to the Sunday morning program, and I'm certain I've heard on 2 consecutive occasions, or it might be 3 consecutive Sundays, that program highlighted an article written by an attendee from the United States, I think, who to the recently held CTO anniversary in Grenada. Caribbean tourism. They highlighted for 2 or 3 consecutive Sundays an article written about this by this American lady, giving her opinion whether Grenada is paradise or poverty. You understand me? My point is, if I see at that level, they are highlighting the opinion of an American citizen. You understand me? I cannot see how in the same breath they can be having difficulty with persons of Grenadian parentage. Are you understanding me?
Sure. Clearly.
So it's to me, what I'm hearing speaks to their contradictory nature. When it's convenient for them, they criticize something. When it's convenient for them, they highlight and associate themselves with another thing. And it cannot be that way. You have to be principled, and you have to be proper. You cannot be shifting the rules to suit your own way of thinking. You know, you're shifting the bar every time to fall in suit with your, you know, I always heard my father, I listened to West Indies when West Indies was West Indies, said, all the rules concerning cricket were made by the Englishmen. You understand that? He told me, look, there was one year West Indies went inland, and I forget the England had a fast bowler that was ripping pin at West Indies. England won the series. The return series in the Caribbean, West Indies had a battery of fast bowlers. You know, from since that time, they brought in the rules concerning short pitch bowling, bouncers. That short pitch bowling was flaunted by the English when they had the fast bowler. The minute the West Indies mastered the technique and dominated, you had laws being introduced concerning short pitch bowling. It reminds me of the people who are asking themselves to give them a second try.
Another
you want me to cry?
Another blind?
You want another blind?
You mad?
You mad? You want me to die?
Nothing.
Gentlemen are listening.
All right, boss.
sir.
Have a good day.
Oh man, somebody just go and tease me with something there, and now they have me feeling away. They show me Paradise Beach in Carriacou.
Oh my God!
I just realized the last time we were in Carriacou, I didn't get the chance to go and take
side,
a
yes.
yeah. Let's take this phone call.
Good morning and welcome.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
What's up, Chief?
Hey, quite fine, man.
How are them two big men?
Yeah, boss.
We there.
Line, boy. I will have a lot of strength, boy. After Sunday, I will still have the energy to come on, boy.
Yes, of course, man.
That's what it's all about, you know.
I know.
And showing that
I
you
was really
feed the
happy
people,
Sunday, boy. Sunday make me feel real good.
We have the energy.
And I see different vibes there from the people. I just like to call this morning to commend all the candidates who got endorsed and launched so far, and especially the young candidate from St. Andrews Northeast who has just come on the scene, Miss Kate Lewis, Senator Kate Lewis. Sheldon, this is a young lady. I don't know. I don't even think she understands what she's doing for the people in St. Andrews Northeast. She has bring a different vibes to the constituency, especially with the young people. There are so many young people now that is expressing interest of getting registered, and they're telling you straight out they want to support the young girl. I mean, and it is just a vibe right through the constituency, and I feel very pleased to see that she just stepped on the scene, and she stepped on the scene with the right attitude, because she's very down to earth. Based on what you're hearing from the people, she's very easy to talk to. She's finding herself in very awkward and unusual places to meet the voters, and that is the way I think a representative should carry themselves in the constituency. Every nook and cranny. It's not just one set of people. She's going out there and she's meeting with the people, and you're getting feedbacks.
But you know too, as you say that, it's not something really new to her, you know. If you know how she grew up,
True.
She been all through the areas, you know, meeting different people in her lifetime.
Yes.
Like if she was preparing, or Dr. Mitchell had had the vision, and see that girl, I mean, 10, 20 years ago doing what she's doing.
Yes.
You know, and there she, so it become very easy for her right now to just sit and talk to any group of persons within the constituency.
Yes, I agree. I agree, totally agree. And to add with what you're saying again, it has some people It does take them a while to adjust. But to me, she moved from the classroom. She was dealing with students, and now she's dealing with others. But it doesn't seem any different. It was not a problem for she to make the transition.
She's a servant, man.
Yeah.
But my brother,
that is very, very good about her. She have a good thing going for her, and I wish her all the blessings and everything. All that is good.
Okay.
For the election. Thank you.
All right, my brother. One love.
And we have a call on the overseas line.
Good morning and welcome.
Yes, Devon and Sheldon. Morning.
Good morning to you, boss.
I don't know if Sheldon know, but Devon, you remember Soca Boca?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Right. So I want Grenadians to remember Soca Boca because I understand people coming and giving out money to certain people in the different constituencies. So we in mind, we will take the money and we'll give them a Soca Boca.
Yes, definitely a Soca Boca again.
That's right. The thing they smart. The thing they smart. I don't know if Sheldon might know Soca Boca.
I knew him personally.
I don't know.
I knew him personally.
Okay.
I can tell you the name of the place that he had in St.
Okay,
Paul's was
right.
Porcicucaleto Patch. Pork, chicken, lettuce, tomato.
Pork choice.
Porcicucaleto Patch. That was the name of the place he had up
What
there.
is amazing? What was amazing? That election, not even his wife voted for him.
Well, I know about that. I know about all that.
When the conch took place, when the conch was going out, and with the number of votes he got that particular election, nobody has voted for him in one polling station except he alone. Anyhow, we'll give them a Soca Boca this year.
All right, my brother. I know about that one.
All right, boss.
me only want to go and tie up.
Soca Boca.
I don't know who vote for who. I don't know and I can't know. You cannot know. All we can say is get registered. Get yourselves registered, people. Yeah?
Some of them people who running for the other side. One thing flow more than water, so they voting against themselves too, you know. Watch, you go see. You go see, I see.
Good day, Mr. Scott.
Good morning.
How are you?
Quite fine.
Yeah. Mr. Noel.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Scott, election evening or night, the first person to win it is Miss Kita Lewis. We're giving them first opportunity. You understand? All right, sir.
Okay.
All right, have a good.
Yes, man. Say Skeeter first.
Skeeter first.
So he started on that end.
Yeah, he started on
Down our road.
Skeeter.
Yes,
right?
nah.
Yolan.
The thing
Delma.
is, we want to make sure on something. Getting registered is the first part.
Key.
There are persons who are listening to this program that still feel that you have a lot of time to get registered. We don't know when the Prime Minister would declare his hand and call the election date, which means that, as the Boy Scouts would say, be prepared.
And all you're pushing the Prime Minister.
Yeah, the man said all you're pushing him.
Right.
He didn't say that he's not going to Santa Claus, and he said let Santa Claus come, but he didn't say that.
All you keep pushing the man. I mean,
get registered.
Right.
But there's a part to do after we get registered. We'll take that after this call.
Good morning and welcome.
Pleasant good morning. Just an encouragement to everyone. I just want to say long live to the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and the PT Martinique. Long live economic stability under the NNP. Long live economic renewal under the NNP. Long live job creation under the NNP. Long live our Prime Minister, beloved, Right Honorable Dr. Keith Claudius Mitchell. Have a nice day, guys.
Thank you, my brother. And we are going to be falling on our feet and not on our knees.
Yeah. And here's the thing. Election day. Get out and vote early. And let me tell you this, no matter what certain elements try on election day, vote.
Vote.
Make sure that you vote. No matter what they attempt to do, and we are going to go over the electoral law in detail with you as to what people can and can't do. So even you may not make a mistake. For instance, you can't put on your NNP t-shirt and go and vote. In fact, you can't put on your NNP t-shirt anytime between 6 and 6 on the day. Yeah, from 6, in fact, from 12 the night. From 12 the night until 6 p.m. Yeah, you cannot put on your NNP T-shirt.
You can put it on inside your house and stay in your
Yeah,
house.
even if you have it on under your clothes and could show people seeing it,
Yeah,
you can't wear it on that kind of thing. So we have to be careful. We have to know the laws, and do not let anybody stop you. Don't let anybody stop you on election day. I'm going to continue repeating this message, and I know why. Go out early.
Early, the first 2-3 hours.
Go out early and vote. It is the law. Your employers must, not they might, not they could.
They must.
Not if they feel like. They must, or they will be charged.
Yep.
They will find themselves with police officers there on election day. We ain't making no joke with that. On election day, we ain't waiting until after. On election day, they'll find themselves with police officers there. Employers must allow time for employees to vote. So whether you're going, you make the arrangements with your employer, because we can't just shut down the country totally.
No.
So you make the arrangements with your employers that you're going in the morning, or this crew is going in the morning to vote, and they may come for the afternoon, or you're going for the afternoon, or they may decide they're giving you the day off. But vote.
Yes, very important.
Vote, vote, vote. You go there and the line long, the line go become short. Vote.
Patience.
You go there and people trying to talk for you. They're trying to get you vexed. They're trying to get you upset. They're doing things to get you angry.
Move away and not to vote.
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 What they want is for you not to cast that ballot on the day. Every one of you, they could turn around and get to leave a polling station.
It's a plus for them.
And a negative towards the progress of Grenada.
Exactly.
Every one of you who does not go out and vote on that day, every one of you who allows yourself to be turned around on that day, yeah, you would be guilty of affecting the progress of your country. Yeah?
And you don't want to have no regrets of doing anything.
We have seen, look at the platform, they can't smile. All you're seeing on the platform is frown and angry face. All you're hearing from the platform when they're doing their presentations is anger and vitriol. You're hearing them, they vex. You listen to their calling programs, you listen to all their programs. All of them is a set of vexation. Do not allow them to frustrate you. Do not allow them to get you upset, because that is what they want. They want to get you upset. And election day, no matter what they do, go out and vote.
And I'll tell you what, let's do this again, and we'll continue to do that. As of this moment, all of you activists out there, all of you supporters of the NNP, how many persons within your household that are eligible to register and have not yet been registered? You need to do a head count.
What are we waiting on?
Your neighbors, your friends, your closest friends within that polling division.
What are we waiting on?
What are you waiting on? St. Andrews, Southwest, in Grambras and Ford and Harford Village. What are we waiting on?
Get
registered. Good morning and welcome.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I want to find out how the Congress Sunday passed. Do you know?
Congress are honorary Sunday.
Well, we know. I don't know. They had that.
I know you had something called honorary Sunday.
I don't know if they had that now.
Because I hear nothing about it. I see nothing on the news about it.
Probably they didn't have one.
Yeah,
I did hear some reports coming out of St. George Northeast that I was walking around there maligning people, attacking Peter David, attacking people, and basically not coming out and saying anything about how they would develop the community. So that is probably what they had as Congress Sunday.
Well, I go out and vote very early, since 3, because last election I leave home 4 o'clock to go and vote. And when I reach so much people in the line.
Yeah.
So I pray God that next election, the people will come out very early as how they do last election.
Yes, it's important.
Yeah, have a good day.
Right, thank you.
Right there.
Bye.
Have a good day.
I remember last election morning, actually, living in Springs at the point in time, and while there, I didn't really sleep the night. So 2, 3 in the morning, I find I hear people starting to walk. I say, what's going on outside there? Then when it's about 3, 4 o'clock, you're hearing more and more people walking, because where I was in Smith, you could hear everything passing in the road. And you're hearing vehicle and all kind of thing. Only to go out, and when I see them lying on them, even when I go into passing through Wester Hall and saw Wester Hall Secondary School and so election morning, to see the long lines of people that were waiting to vote. I think that it's important that you come out early and vote.
Yes.
Early and vote. Come out early. Don't wait until the last minute to rush. Yeah? Your boss have to give you time. If they're not giving you time, make sure that you report it.
Very early.
Yeah? Report it. Don't wait until the day to make your arrangements. Make your arrangements before. Once you hear the date is announced for election, you make your arrangements early.
Yep.
And even if you want to make your arrangements with your constituency caretaker from the New National Party for them to organize transportation to pick you up wherever and get you to the polling station and then drop you back to work or whatever it is, make your arrangements. Don't let nobody stop you on election morning. Be like a hurricane. Nothing could stop you. Vote on election day.
It's important. You have to get out and vote. Don't let nobody convince you. Not even your boss. Good morning and welcome.
Hey, good morning. I just want to let the Kate fans know the first seat that will be declared on election day will be the tongue of St. George, with Honorable Senator Peter David being the next MP for the tongue of St. George.
All right, brother.
Yes, my brother.
All right.
And I hear you. And I very biased. I'm from St. Andrews. I know the first 4 constituencies that will be declared winners, and not only that, now we're taking the deposit to that will be history. Is the sisters. The sisters combination in St. Andrews will do it.
I know it's Carriacou, but I told you. I know we're taking that up in Carriacou.
Well, I mean, she's part of us.
We like Olia, we love Olia, but you know, we use Carriacou, we go take it first up there. I mean, we ain't easy.
The northern hemisphere, you see, we always start from the head come down, top come down.
Well, we can declare seats. We can start declaring seats now.
All now.
I could declare. Okay,
let's do a head count, Sheldon.
No, I ain't doing head count. I just declaring 1 seat right now. I want to go into the head count. Let me declare 1 seat right now. St. George Northwest declared. All right, end of story. Tell me I'm wrong now. Tell me how wrong. Even NDC, I don't know how Ali Down could still stay on a platform with NDC when every time he go on a platform, they say anybody go lose. He own people telling him every time he go on a platform, they say they go lose it.
But you know,
I mean, it's so embarrassing.
I like his spirit though. As a young man, I really like his spirit.
Yeah, but I mean, man, they have to have some respect for the local fella, man. They can't do him kind of thing.
I mean, they use him up a lot, but you know, he still has that.
They can't do the young fella that, man. Oh gosh.
Hey, Ali, the house is open. Don't be bashful and figure that people go think you know the house is open, my brother. You can enter that house anytime. There is no doors or no windows to stop you. You understand? Get in. Be part of the movement of Grenada forward. I mean, in just then, you don't want to stay stagnant and can't move no way with a group that, I mean, has no future for Grenada.
And let's just look at 1 or 2 things election-wise. If you arrive at a polling station on election day, you check the list, your name is there. You have your voter identification card. So your name is there at that polling station. You have your voter identification card there, or some form of identification to prove that you are the person that's on that list. They cannot deny you the right to vote on that day. Don't let nobody come and challenge you and say that you ain't supposed to be there and you can't vote. Your name is on the list there. They can't stop you from voting there.
Unless
you have to vote there.
Unless that you are doing something
in breach.
Like
you come with your party t-shirt on.
Yes, they'll tell you go and change it and so on, you will be able to vote. But
or you come with the wristbands on, because
and that sort of thing.
I got so used during the last election to having the wristbands on that I actually left home with it. I had to take it off and shove it in my pocket while I was on the way to the polling station, because I realized, wait, now you have all your NMP band on your hand, boy. Take it off and shove it in my pocket. Because I got so used to it just being on your hands that I just put it on in the morning as normal. only to remember, no boy, you can't be wearing that. You have to take it off.
You have to take
that
it
kind
off,
of thing. So remember, once your name is there, once you're not in breach, as Devon just pointed out, you're not wearing a political party T-shirt, that kind of thing. They have to allow you to vote.
Are you not being disrespectful?
Well, the police officers will put you out.
They will put you out or detain you, or the case may be. You may still be able to vote, but under different circumstances.
And you cannot be within the precincts of the polling station and trying to coerce people to vote for any political party.
That's illegal.
You can't be inside there saying vote for this party or vote for that party and that kind of thing.
That's illegal.
Yeah.
It's not
I wonder if the lady there with the she faced like a canvas. It always paint up. I wonder if that lady there, she's still going and harass the people in the Northeast office.
Yeah, well, that's a thing.
I wonder if that lady still going and harass people in the Northeast office. I ain't calling name, but the lady. I wonder if she's still going and harass people when they go in the Northeast office.
You sure that lady?
A woman.
Are you sure?
A female. A female.
A female.
A female. She's not a lady. A female. Okay. Yeah, definitely not a lady.
Yeah,
but a female.
There are some ladies that will take issue with that.
Yeah.
They will definitely take issue with you making that statement.
Yeah. Definitely.
And we don't want to lose some of our close friends, and so by just relating.
Yes, indeed. Kathleen, good morning again to you. Jenna and Judd, good morning to each and every one of you. We hope that you all are having a fabulous morning this morning. I hope that you all are having a wonderful one this morning. Yeah, but I'm saying know what the rules are for election day. Know what the rules are.
What you can and what you cannot do.
Don't let people try to trick you. Don't let people try to frustrate you. Don't let persons get away with these sort of things, because, man, desperation is a hell of a thing.
Anything can happen with desperation.
Desperation is a hell of a thing.
And
so prepare yourself mentally that when you're going out to vote, nothing will stop you from voting on that day.
And it's so important, and we will continue to do that as we move on, coming closer to the election, whenever that date is. And so we will help as much as possible to help sensitize, right? Bring out some of the electoral laws and rules to guide you as you move forward on election day. It's very important, right? Mm-hmm. Some of the things that you need to do. And good morning and welcome.
Good morning to Devon. Devon, good morning to you. Senator,
good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Devon, sorry, I was trying to get you for your birthday, and the phone ring, and I spent 30 minutes on the phone, and nobody answering. So happy belated birthday to you.
Thank you very much.
We humbly apologize.
Sunday, I was sitting at the edge of my seat. When I see what was going on, I say, my God, my God. But I want you all to remember, 2008, Carriacou could have declared a seat early, but we was waiting for the mainland, because we're frightened. When we hear what's happening in the mainland, we couldn't rejoice, we couldn't jump, we couldn't do nothing. We had to wait. But this time, we all going in together. This time, we're making sure we're coming. Kindra will be declaring early in Carriacou. So, mark my word, and let us do it, and we pray to God everything will be all right.
All right.
Have a beautiful day.
Wonderful.
And you take care of yourself.
We will.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Have a beautiful Carriacou morning.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, 4407377. We just have roughly about 9 minutes remaining in today's program.
And so, but I just want us to continue to be mindful that at this point in time, there is no reason why those of you who have not yet registered, right, for you to be standing on the sideline, right? Don't get left by that train, right? The movement of Grenada. We are moving to higher heights. We need the support of every Grenadan to ensure, right, that the gains that we gathered together over the last 4 years is maintained and continue more for our people. You cannot afford to be on the sideline and say, if I didn't know. Get registered. The mothers, the fathers, the sons and daughters, your friends, get out there and register. It is important.
Put it like this: register.
Register.
Register. Make sure that you get registered.
We're not taking, we're not staying and say, yeah, we know we're going to win the election, but we want to win the election handsome enough to take all the deposit. Remember, we are in a restructuring period. We need every dime. that we can, right, to continue bringing benefits to people.
it.
We want it. Yes, darling. Good morning.
And Sheldon, when Pedro speaking,
I am not sure which one of the
so
days.
you let me know that I really want to go there too.
We gonna let you know. We gonna let you know.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'll put in a set to call for you. I'll pass for it.
Okay. All right, darling.
Make sure.
I will come.
And Sheldon.
Hey.
Watch. I used to sleep in your grandmother's house in Springs, you know.
Don't tell them.
I used to sleep in your grandmother's house.
No, the film my grandmother house in Trinidad.
You know,
Let us
Perry
steady.
was my man.
My brother. My brother.
Your brother, yes. That's my man, you know.
What?
I said it for the white thing. That man getting on yesterday, I want to plan him.
Oh, Lord. Now I know. Now I know why.
Anyhow, I put all the drink and make sure you pass it.
We pass it. Spam. All right,
Yeah,
darling.
and you know, today is Jerry birthday too.
Who birthday?
Yeah, just son.
Yes, oh yes.
Jerry.
Yes, Terry, yes.
Jerry
Boy.
born on the 6th.
On the 6th.
And we salad.
It has some real good people born
All
today.
right, so I want him to know that you from Spring. Yeah.
All right, darling.
Yes.
All right.
Take care.
But yeah. They could go up there and ask my brother and my sister. And them.
No, I know why Cammy want to fly on a man in a bus.
No, you feel my grandmother and them from. No, I have my great grandparents, great grandparents. Yeah, I have great grandparents from St. Vincent and Barbados. Yeah, so I'm a Caribbean man. We have a caller.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning, gentlemen. How you guys doing?
Oh,
we're good.
Everybody want to declare the seat first. What about Mr. Steele for the South?
Well,
we taking it.
We're telling you all 15.
Well, we go declare. We go bring in Mr. Steele. Maybe the first person to bring in Mr. Steele is the really people in the South.
By 11 o'clock, we want everything in.
Exactly. That remember me of 2000, the last election.
Yes, by 11 o'clock, everything
Listen,
in.
by the time you see, I ain't going to even say 11. Let me say some people might go to work for the morning and leave at 12 o'clock and they come out and vote. So I'm giving everybody up until 2 in the afternoon.
To get everybody go in.
By 2 in the afternoon, we must start to put them music truck
People
and them together.
Hear that Ray Robert going to beat Mr. Steele, but if he let him beat Mr. Steele.
Wait, how?
I don't know when.
How?
And when.
All right.
Okay, you take care and you continue doing the good work here.
Okay,
Take care, bye-bye.
I hope when Mr. Steele unleash a whooping on Mr. Ray Roberts, people in call and say, oh, the man taking advantage of Mr. Roberts. Okay.
Taking
taking
advantage of the elderly.
I want in all you. Yeah, you're putting elderly in with young people. You know that's
let me leave that alone.
Oh my God, let me leave that alone, yeah, Papa.
Same thing might end up kind of different.
Yeah, it's kind of different and kind of thing.
But they'll go and say thing we don't say.
Yeah, and all that kind of thing. But we just don't want the advantage, you know. We don't want people saying, when Kindra Maturin put a real political whipping on that little boy, and so they didn't say abuse and all that kind of thing, political abuse, right?
My mother Banya.
All right.
My mother Banya. My father Banya. My father.
They say they want a blight.
Yeah.
What? They mad?
Yeah, the Grenadians cry.
Again?
No, we definitely not getting the blight.
Not a blight.
Definitely not getting the blight. Again, folks, get yourselves registered.
Yes,
we know we're heading into the Christmas season. Yes. Many of you who are out there in the diaspora, there may be some of you who are out there in the UK, the US, Canada, Trinidad, Barbados, Jamaica, St. Vincent, St. Lucia, the U.S. Virgin Islands, Dominica, some of the islands affected by the hurricanes this year. There may be many of you out there who are planning to visit home for the Christmas, yeah? When you're here for the Christmas season, take the opportunity, if you're not yet registered, and register.
Get registered.
Yeah? We know there are literally thousands of you. Yeah? Get yourselves registered.
Very
all
important.
Right? Make sure that you do that.
Because most of you out there, right, have been seeing the progress of Grenada for the last 4 years. And you only want betterment for Grenada. So get involved. right? Let's help steer Grenada on the right path. When this country was taken over again, when the people of Grenada decided to give the new National Party 15 seats again, it wasn't by a mistake or by any measure of thing, or fluke, It was a deliberate thing the people of Grenada did to ensure Grenada is put back on a normal path. That was the reason. Ensuring the stability of Grenada, the security of Grenada is being maintained, right? Order, right? When you see the selfishness that was going on between 2008 and 13, you wonder.
Hey, hold on. They wasn't selling no fish. Them fishermen was complaining. Couldn't sell fish either. It was so bad they couldn't even sell fish. Them fisherman was that big fish. You're getting all kind of fish walking through the town of Grenville selling your fish. You couldn't get fish. You couldn't even sell fish.
But between me and you, around that time,
them was so selfish you couldn't sell fish.
Was one of the times I see the most fishermen, and rightly so, walk around St. Andrews with fish in their hand and can't get it
when
sold.
I come out from Andrew Donald's Grenville, I used to pass through before I head down to St. David, Yeah. And they used to see them men and them, they walking around. It's a one. He's a hardcore NDC. I used to buy fish from him all the time. I used to get little lobster, I get little lambi and different thing. I know, like he have a special, he does know where to go in the sea and get these things, so he always have. Always purchase from him and all kind of thing, and I remember him all the time. I remember one day though, supported NDC, so when he see a pass, he didn't know all the time, so when he see a pass with Dr. Mitchell, boy that man cost me. I still meet him after and buy fish again. Buy fish,
yes.
but that man cost me.
Of course. It's so important.
I don't care about that. I don't care what party people support. I would like them to support,
of course,
the political party that not I think, but that I know is the best option for Grenada. The only political organization, let me repeat that, the only political organization that can move our nation forward, that could continue to grow our economy, that could provide the opportunities for our people. The only political organization that can do that is the New National Party. And that is why I'll continue to encourage people to support and to vote for the New National Party. I can suggest, I can't order you or tell you how to vote. I could suggest to you that the best party to vote for is the New National Party.
Of course.
Yeah?
Is there another party?
Boy, I know now, boy. I think the police pull the permit on that party, so they can't have
I know you one they call.
I think they get drinks permit and that kind of thing. So
I hear one they call Nazim Don't Care. I don't know if you have. That is a registered party.
Boy, Nazim Don't Care party?
Nazim Don't Care party.
The Nazim Don't Care is Nazim Don't Care. That's the name of the party. Nazim Don't Care, NDC, Nazim Don't Care.
Nazim Don't Care party. He's the leader.
Yeah, Nazim Don't Care.
And all the always say the leader, the book stop with the leader.
Hold up. Let me tell you something before we go there now. By a man in Carriacou gets sued. Let me use the total South Trinidadian language. I hear a man in Carriacou gets sued.
Yeah, boy. What?
Yeah, boy. I hear he get a letter.
The man gets sued by.
Let that be a lesson.
Oh, a wonderful lesson.
To many persons out there. You see, saying things about people is one thing. But saying the truth about people is a totally different something.
Exactly.
There's that habit that a lot of people have, that they could just say anything about anybody and is my rights. It's not your rights. You can't say anything you want about anybody. There are consequences to that. And the same people that say these things, or sing these things, or play these things, they just find themselves in court. Like it had one time, he say all kind of, when he reach in court in front of the judge, his only knees don't give way, He frightened, playing all kind of badger when he reach in front of the judge. Frightened. Be very careful what you say about people. And this is outside of politics as well. Across the board.
That's a good advice.
If you do not know something about a person, don't go repeating it.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have to reach to the stage that you have to go to court and you have to bring people to court and all this thing. If you do not know, don't say it.
Yeah. Just like people like Ali Machuan and Jenny. Yeah.
Them two disgusting individuals.
Disgusting. And Kem, all the same thing all I don't know about. But just like the guy in Carriacou and just like Vincent Robert, you all will have to answer. Yes, you will have to answer. You understand? Don't worry. It is all good to exercise your democratic, your right, your freedom of speech, but with discretion and truthfulness.
That's all the time we have for Hard Talk today, folks. It's been a wonderful one being here with you. My name is Sheldon Scott.
I'm Devon Romain.
And in everything you say and do it safe and secure. I want to be speaking to and with you. And
not about you.
All right. We are out of here.
Government working towards improved dialysis services.
We have engaged with an entity out of Trinidad, and they will be coming to provide two forms of dialysis. One would be setting up within St. George's a location that we're currently finalizing on.
Details to this story and more in the National Report. With the National Report, I am Leslie Ann Johnson. Grenadians can look forward to improved, varied and even mobile dialysis service options in the very near future, as the Ministry of Health and the Environment takes concrete steps to ensure that the needs of dialysis patients are adequately met. Details from Annette Moore.
The Minister for Health and the Environment, Honorable Nicholas Steele, says dialysis services are currently met by one private service provider. He says this is not adequate to serve the needs of all patients and outlined steps being taken by government to address this at today's post-cabinet briefing.
The Ministry of Health itself needs to be more involved in the provision of dialysis services. We have engaged with an entity out of Trinidad, and they will be coming to provide two forms of dialysis. One would be setting up within St. George's a location that we're currently finalizing on, where they would provide dialysis services there, and also a mobile dialysis unit that will travel across the island, providing dialysis services to individuals who may find it difficult to come to St. George's.
Additionally, the minister noted that the training for peritoneal dialysis, which was recently announced, was completed last week.
Which affords the patient more mobility. It is a different form of dialysis than we are traditionally accustomed to here, but is just as effective. So the hospital will be offering at the General Hospital peritoneal dialysis services.
Presently, the cost of dialysis treatment is not fully subsidized by government, and standard dialysis services cost $700 per treatment, with some patients needing dialysis as often as 3 times per week. Steele says peritoneal dialysis will be approximately 30% of that cost and is one of the ways in which government can provide adequate choices for treatment.
This comes out of a recognition of the high increase in patients who have renal failure, and the fact that we need to have reliable services, and the best way to have reliable services is to have choices for the Grenadian public.
The minister also says government is working on having fixed costs for dialysis treatments, and that the National Health Insurance will cover dialysis treatments when it is introduced in 2018. In the interim, he says government will ensure citizens in financial need are assisted. For the National Report, I'm Annette Moore.
Grenada is receiving further assistance for its National Adaptation Plan. The country will receive more than €1 million from the government of Germany for the project. That announcement by Grenada's new German ambassador, Holger Michael. He was presenting his credentials to Governor-General Dame Cécile Lagrenard on Tuesday. The ambassador says neither Germany nor Grenada alone can master the challenges of globalization and global developments, such as an increase in natural disasters.
A German-Grenadian pilot program, jointly implemented by Grenada's Environment Vision, the German Development Agency GIZ, and the UNDP, successfully develops integrated climate change adaptation strategies, which will increase Grenada's resilience against the impacts of climate change. During my visit, further €1.5 million will be made available for this flagship project, which will also help to implement Grenada's National Adaptation Plan developed within ICAS as the first adaptation plan of a country in the Eastern Caribbean.
Governor General Dame Cécile Lagrenade says Grenada is grateful for the continued assistance from Germany in areas like climate change and its contribution under the European Development Fund, among others.
Our region is being severely affected by the devastating effects of climate change. Through the German Ministry of the Environment, Nature Conservation and Nuclear Safety, assistance has been provided under the International Climate Change Agreement to the Grenada Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and the Environment to support projects aimed at alleviating the adverse effects of climate change.
Grenada and Germany established diplomatic relations in 1974. A blogger who has previously made false claims against the government's CBI program could land himself in hot water. Health Minister the Honourable Nicholas Steele, who facilitated Tuesday's post-cabinet briefing, says new claims being made may warrant legal action.
There have been some blogs. I have referred to the individual previously as a convicted money launderer. It appears recently he again has been trying to sully the reputation of Grenada.
The minister says the blogger is saying that he is in possession of texts from Grenada's Prime Minister.
The blogger attempted in the beginning to destroy the reputation of our CBI, which has received accolades from other international organizations. The blogger sees himself, so therefore I think he's gone on a witch hunt and decided to attack the individuals instead, because the program has been certified to be running properly. And he's now trying to attack the individuals involved in the program, particularly the Prime Minister and the Ms. Ince, who heads the CBI program. So he's gone to a lower level to try and see if he can get any traction on it there. He didn't get traction in the first instance, so he's trying in the second instance. And I don't believe he will get traction there because there's nothing there. He's fabricated.
Minister Steele says government does not view these claims lightly and they may very well result in legal action.
In this instance, I believe he has crossed the line and he's broken the law with respect to our laws here in Grenada, and I would expect civil-wise that the individuals will take action. And I would think that it would become obvious to us all when we look and see who would be promoting his blogs here locally, what the true intentions are.
Meanwhile, chairman of the CBI program, Ms. Keisha Ince, says she has already instructed her attorneys to begin proceedings against the blogger for defamation, and similar consequences will follow for any person or entity publishing any of the contents of his blog posts with reckless indifference to the facts. Ms. Ince says the posts dated December 1st, 2nd and 3rd are totally fabricated and without foundation. She says the blogger has manufactured text messages, and I quote, ascribing purported conversations between the Prime Minister and myself that never took place, unquote. She added that those malicious and baseless blog posts by the blogger and the persons hiding behind him are wholly designed to bring the government of Grenada, the Grenada Citizenship by Investment Program, and the chairman personally into disrepute. This is the National Report. More news after the break.
Logos Hope, the world's largest floating book fair. Come and meet the volunteer crew from more than 60 different countries. Browse through and purchase from our collection of over 5,000 titles of books. Tour through the Journey of Life display. Enjoy a delicious treat in the International Cafe. Ask about tickets for onboard events. And chat with one of our crew about life on board the Logos Hope. See you there!
Wednesday will be a big day for the Ministry of Agriculture with the official opening of the newly constructed multipurpose agriculture complex. The centre is located in Lasajes, St. David. Details from Jerry Malcolm.
1 year in the making. And in less than 24 hours, a major project for Grenada's agriculture will be handed over to the government and people of Grenada by the government and people of China.
Construction started in last year, December, and today it is completed, and tomorrow it will be officially handed over to the government and people of Grenada.
Manager of the Chinese Agricultural Mission and Demonstration Farm at Lasages, George Phillip, explains the functions of the state-of-the-art Agricultural Multipurpose Center.
The building comprises dormitories for the Chinese Agricultural Mission experts and office facilities for the Extension Division of the Ministry of Agriculture. It will also house a soils lab, an horticulture lab, a meeting room where we can meet with, a few farmers and accommodate farmers in general. So basically this is what the complex is all about.
The Chinese Agricultural Technical Mission has been in Grenada since 2005. The center, with its dormitory facilities, will serve to bring all personnel under one roof.
The idea was brought about rather than having them stay in several different places in the south of the island. If all of them are together, then they are here 24/7 and they can give more assistance to the farmers of the community and in Grenada in general.
The official handing over ceremony begins at 10 a.m. and will be graced by Grenada's Prime Minister, Ambassador of the People's Republic of China, and other government and Chinese officials. The ceremony is open to the public.
Its last visit to Grenada was in August 2009, but now the Logo Soap is back with added attractions that promise to make the visitor experience an unforgettable one. The ship docked here earlier on Tuesday and will be open to the public from Wednesday afternoon following an official opening ceremony. During the almost 1 week stay from November 6th to 11th, 60 trained local volunteers will work in 2 shifts to ensure the smooth running of operations. Miss Annetta Croker is one of the more than 400 international volunteers on board the ship. She says they pride themselves on the volunteer services provided in every country.
One of the things that many visitors are not aware of is that the ship, when it's in port, sends out regular teams to partner with local charities and organizations. These teams seek to share help by offering assistance and support to those in need. During our stay in Grenada, Logos Hope's crew will be giving over 1,200 hours worth of voluntary time to a wide range of charities across the whole island. For example, we will be doing book donations to the prison, to the Grand Bacolod Juvenile, and to the community library.
The Logos Hope boasts of a book fair with more than 5,000 titles. Another international volunteer, Clinton Perriman, speaks of some of the main activities during the ship's visit.
We start off on Friday the 8th with Ready, Set, Go at 7 p.m. and that is on board. That is a youth event. We move over to Saturday the 9th where we have 2 events. At 10 a.m. we have the Pastors' Conference, as well as we are also inviting church leaders as well. That runs from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. The second event on Saturday is Meet the World. That is from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And Meet the World is a cultural event where, like the title says, we offer people the opportunity to meet the world. So the different nationalities and cultures on board showcase our differences and how we are able to work together. Lastly, on Sunday, we have 3 events. We have 2 showings of Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, one at 3 p.m. and one at 7 p.m. And the other event is the Next Step event, which is at 2 p.m.
On Wednesday, the ship will be opened from midday to 9:30 p.m., but will be closed on Thursday due to port activities. The opening hours on Friday and Saturday are 10 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. and from 2 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. on Sunday and Monday. And that's the National Report. I am Leslie Ann Johnson.
But I pray police, please inspire them. I pray
St. Andrews Southeast. I cannot hear you. Are you in the house? Right. Honorable Prime Minister, members of the platform, I am not so young again. My health is not so good. My eyesight is not so good. But we are in the house of the new National Party. I am standing here as a proud NNP. I am not ashamed. And everywhere I go around Grenada, everybody knows me as an NNP. Anyone or the others come to me, I listen in the talk, but when they finish, I say, but you know, I'm a NNP. Right. So, my dear people, I'm standing here tonight on behalf of our dearest representative, Mistress Emmeline Pierre. She is a God-fearing woman. She is a woman of integrity. She is a woman of good heart. Not only for one special set of people, because for what she is people. So, to warn the people of St. Andrews Southeast, don't let her down. Don't allow the thief her vote as what they did in 2008, because they had stolen it from her, because we knew she had won her seat. Just this hungry power, they just grab it away from her. But we standing for her, strong. And let me tell, as citizens, as myself, the people, let me remind all again, remember the empty promise brought to us. Remember, they said it wasn't sufficient. Oh, that citizen, of the senior citizen who is here, the able listen, open your head, don't come around and again. And instead of putting up on, if they had 500 names, they cut down 250. And they took the 250 money and say they put on the others. And they lie. I am telling you. And let me tell you something tonight here. You know, the old people saying that when bad mess on you is a bad cause, but I could tell you all tonight here, the cost this set of people have is the tears from the aged people. And they will never be able to rise again, because I stood up I'm not telling a lie to you. Tonight, I'm speaking the truth. I stood up when these people and them came in power. I stood up in the post office. And when some of the needy aged people came in there to thinking they're going to receive $1 to buy a pound of sugar, when they went, their name was out. And I see that they cry bitter tears inside there. So that is the tears that on these hungry power people and them. They just want to come in there to trying to fool you and then to satisfy themselves. They don't have a heart for people. Only sell. They sell. And they just forget you when they fool around and they get some of your vote. So have you all head on. And not only for the age, but for the young people too. Remember what they did to you all. Remember. So have you head on. Mistress Emmeline Pierre is a I don't know how to say it. The aged people, every Tuesday, have some of them. They're just praying for the Tuesday to reach. Yes, and to go and enjoy themselves. Again, places where most of the aged people never knew in Grenada, they can stand up and boast and said that they never know that part of Grenada was so beautiful. All on behalf of our dear Prime Minister and Mistress Emmeline Pierre, that giving them the opportunity. So on that day, remember what is coming. I wouldn't be long, because when I used to be on platform, I used to talk long, but I can't do it again. On election day, don't forget to, don't go and just drop an X by the house. Take your time and put a nice and by the house. Stand it and done. And we putting back Mistress Emmeline Pierre back into power. She have to be back up there to represent us. She is so good. And let me think, you remember a little chant during Mr. Gary time? I'm not a singer, but I'm going to give you a little chant. You remember a little chant? God bless Uncle Gary, but I'm going to put it in my own words. God bless our Prime Minister. Blessing come to him. God bless all his candidates. Blessing come to them. God bless all his supporters. Blessing come to all. God bless our Prime Minister. God bless all his candidates. God bless all his supporters. Blessing come to all. God bless you. God bless you.
Father, I pray for the PM to find solution for we problems. Oh, Father. Oh, Father. I pray for every minister to see eye to eye with each other. Oh, Father.
Greetings. First of all, I would like to say a pleasant good night to the platform and to the fantastic 4 ladies of St. Andrews. I wish you all the best. But I'm here tonight for one reason, and one reason only. That is to endorse a nice lady. Now, when I listened to the budget, I heard the Prime Minister testify. Tonight, I have a testimony. Now, 11 years ago, when this lady was just the caretaker for St. Andrews Southeast, I had the opportunity to meet her. She was in the process of doing the house repair program. And she came to my humble village of Cafe with her entourage, and they were going around taking names for the people who needed help with the house repairs. Now there is a particular part of our village that is predominantly, or was predominantly, NDC. One of our workers, I can recall saying, when she said she was going that way, the worker said, Miss Pierre, in the back there is NDC people, you know. You know what made me gravitate towards that lady? When she said, well, it is not about NNP or NDC. It's about Grenada and Grenadians. And I can tell you this. I have seen representation from 1990 up to the present time. And none has surpassed Miss Emmeline Pierre. None. And I am someone who is not easily fooled by any politician. And if I tell you that I pledge solidarity to Emmeline Pierre, it is because she has convinced me that she is a genuine, a real person, and someone who I believe can take our constituency forward. Now I say this to you. Contrary to popular belief, I am MNP. I am Emmeline Pierre. So for those who has been going around saying all these type of funny things, I'm here to tell you to stop. Because when I sang that song for this lady, it was not because I was paid handsomely. It was not because I was given a severance package. It was because I knew in my heart that this woman is the genuine deal, the real deal. So, Ms. Pierre, before I go, I would like to say to you, we love you, we respect you, we honor you, and we cherish you. And St. Andrews, the choice is clear. Who we voting for? I thank you.
NNP rights, St. Andrews Southeast. All right, I'm here tonight as a former member of the NDC. Just what they do to me, good friend, and a man who I respect a lot, Peter, they did the same thing to me. Right now I'm in a party surrounded by people with vision, interest in the heart of the people, and with a lady with care, the Honorable Emmeline Pierre. I can boast of her greatness because for the past 2 elections, I was on the wrong side. I was around the wrong people at the wrong time. I was victimized, got empty promises and false pretense. That representative disappointed the people who are brought to him. They was crying out, but he just was not listening. After that disappointment, I made a decision not to exercise my right to vote again. But until God sent an angel. Could you stand, please, Ms. Pierre? Take a bow, thank you. God sent an angel. And not looking twice, I said, Ms. Pierre, I'm coming into the house. Open the arms. She get the extra hand, but it went beyond. She's a strong and kind individual, formed to represent in the St. Andrews Southeast constituency. She is our main resource and invested endlessly in providing jobs to combat employment. Our infrastructure with roads, house repair, the reopening of our craft center, supporting our preschool with numerous assistants in areas to develop the educational level of our children. Our basketball court, well, our stress on that. Our basketball court are renovated And presently there's a basketball competition in progress. I wonder if you told Miss Yolambine what your team did to her the other night. And you need to tell her. There is players from Riversal in the north to Grandlands in the south, playing at the Mackey Hard Court whenever you pass. In this way, she ensured that the youths are engaged in meaningful activities. So tell me, how am I not to support a woman with such vision and have love for the people? I am now surrounded by the positive people and now in a place of love, proactive people with a mission of upward mobile I'm surrounded with people with love, proactive, and with a mission of upward liftment for our nation. Let the progress continue. Thank you.
Good night, everybody. NMPites! I'm sure you can do better than that. Come on, NMPites! Woo! I'm here to speak on behalf of a wonderful woman. What makes this woman so special is the fact that unlike the so-called people with hearts, she is the one who expresses and cares for the people. She is a woman with heart. This woman, she's a mentor, she's understanding, she's provided exemplary leadership, hardworking and continued commitment, and she definitely gets the job done, doesn't she? Come on. Sometimes it's surprising that so many young people support Miss Emmeline Pierre. So, while we do not want to sell formulas to who have been seen miserably failing, as a lesson to them and those aspiring to assume political office, the nation and the world on a whole should know that as a proud mother of 3 sons, she understands the youthful minds in this whole entirety. She is accepted by the youths as a fine example and as one of the youths herself entered into politics. Over the years, she has definitely played a major role, and not just by the support, not just by her love, her personality, and I'm talking about people's personality, her charm, and let's not forget her famous smile of pleasantry. This, by means, is no surprising act, and for this reason, we, the youths of St. Andrews Southeast, we fully support Miss Emmeline Pierre. I can safely say on behalf of the youths of St. Andrews constituency, Southeast constituency, and as well as the youths of all NMP of Grenada, that the choice is clear. The choice is Emmeline Pierre. I thank you.
Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, members on the platform, supporters of the new National Party, good night. The strongest woman I know. In 2004, my mother entered frontline politics. Coincidentally, that was the same year I was born. Many of you may not remember me, but I am the baby who sat for many hours in Parliament before I was even born. My mom once shared how some persons argued that her political career was going to end the same year it started. Guess they never knew the strength of that woman. Nothing stops her from getting the job done. Emmeline Pierre is the strongest woman I know. She is passionate about serving people, committed and hardworking. I sometimes try to figure out how she manages to be successful at being a wife, a mother, a minister, and a parliamentary representative, all at the same time, and still find time to serve in so many other capacities. Adjectives are quite limited in describing her. To me, she is a real superwoman. But what impresses me most about my mother is not her successes or the fact that I see her as a superwoman who loves and cares for people. What impresses me most is that she is a strong Christian woman who puts God first. I believe that is where her strength really comes from. Some weeks ago, when I volunteered to sing a song to introduce my mom today, she said, "You don't have to sing for me. You can just sing something that will motivate young people." I hope this song encourages the young people here to be as strong as my mom. Just stay focused, stay positive, and don't let negative words spoken into your life lead you astray. People talk, that's what they do, but they don't understand how me still a push and go through. Yes, they laugh, they call me names, but they just don't get it. How them see me, I hold my head up just the same. When them see me, them just keep on talking. Me not see them, I just keep on walking. I've got my pride. Me not go show my bad side. Some of them see me as a big pushover. Let me feed them and think I'm gonna kill over. Oh no, not I. I will survive. Never let them get you down. Never let them see you frown. Never let them take away your liberty. Live your life and be free. Never let them get you down. Never let them see you frown. Never let them take away your liberty. Live your life and be free. Get you down. No, 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 no. Don't let them get you down. No, 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 no. I got my pride. I got my pride. I'm standing firm. Oh, no, no, no. Yeah.
Yes, they laugh, they call me names, but they just don't get it. How them see me, I hold my head up just the same. When them see me, them just keep on talking. Me not see them, I just keep on walking. I got my pride, me not go show my bad side. Some of them see me as a big pushover. Let me forget and think I'm gonna kill over. Oh no, not I will survive. Never let them get you down. Never let them see you frown. Never let them take away your liberty. Live your life.
life and be free.
Never let them get you down. Never let them see you frown. Never let them lead you astray. Starting today, live your life and live it your way.
I can sing, but TJ make me try. TJ, I love you so much. And I'm so sorry for all the hours you sat in Parliament, even before you were born. NNP! I say NNP. You there? You know, I sat there and I say, well, by the time they get to me, everybody gone home. I say, by the time it's my turn, you would be gone. But I know you here because you are NNP. I love you so much. I love you so much. I know that. Political leader of the New National Party, Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell. My sisters of St. Andrew, put your hands together. Put your hands together. Listen, I telling you bright and early, get your suits ready because these four ladies, we are going to the House of Parliament after the next general election. Get your suits ready. We are going together. Brothers and sisters, this evening, I want to recognize the other members of the platform who are here to support us tonight. But I want to single out and specially recognize tonight the people of St. Andrew Southeast. The people of St. Andrew Southeast. The people of St. Andrew Southeast. I want to tell you something tonight. In 2013, when you decided to send me to the House of Parliament to do your business, when you elected me to represent you, I did so knowing that this was an important responsibility that you called upon me to perform in your name. Tonight, I want to say to you that we did this together. The last 4.5 years was 4.5 years of us working together in the constituency of St. Andrew Southeast. And that is why I love you so much. Because you did not send me on my own. You went with me every step of the way. The people of St. Andrew Southeast, they are special. And that is why tonight, I stand on this platform without any doubt, with absolutely no doubt in my mind, when I say to you that 2 weeks ago, you would have nominated me as your candidate in the next general election. And tonight I humbly say to you, I accept. I am ready. And together we are going to do it again. With God on our side. With God on our side. There is absolutely nothing that is going to stop us. We are going to do it again together. Brothers and sisters, I am extremely excited about this campaign that we are launching. As a matter of fact, let me say this. I find it have enough people here to call the thing. I find it have enough people right here for Dr. Mitchell to call the thing tonight. That's not a joke. We serious, like serious can be. We ready? Somebody ready? Troy, are you ready? Lyndon, are you ready? Diane, you ready? Peter, you ready? Leslie, are you ready? Greta, you ready? Lucy and Ralph ready too. Brothers and sisters, we are going to do this together. I'm extremely honored. I am extremely, if you talk too much, if the man planning to do the thing, he going to change his mind, you know. So stay quiet. So stay quiet, you just never know. Stay quiet. Brothers and sisters, as we embark on this new journey of this 2017-2018 campaign, I want to remind us tonight to remain focused. I want to remind us to remain focused. I want to remind us that we have been working hard together. But I want to remind us tonight that we must stay focused because there is still a lot more work to be done. Let us not be distracted by the enemy. Brothers and sisters, many families, hundreds of families have already received housing material. But we must stay focused because there are so many more who have to receive. We must stay focused. We must keep moving. Brothers and sisters, hundreds of families, over 600 families are currently on the SEED program, receiving monthly allowance from this government. But I say to you tonight, we cannot stop. There is still more to be done for the other families of this constituency, brothers and sisters. Hundreds of students have received assistance. Hundreds of students have received support for scholarship and tuition and transportation to go to university and to TAMCC. But we can't stop now. There's so many more students who have to receive support from this government. We must keep moving, brothers and sisters. That is why we must testify, Brian. We can't stop now. The thing just starts. Brothers and sisters, the young men of the constituency, we have started to see hope. We have started to see change. And I say to you tonight, we are not going to stop now. The job must continue in St. Andrews Southeast. Brothers and sisters, we have just constructed our children's playground, our very first, because our children in St. Andrews Southeast had to go to Camahan Park. But we are saying no. We are going to continue the work of providing opportunities for our children in a safe environment right in our constituency. We can't stop now. We are not going to be distracted, brothers and sisters, because we have a lot more work to be done. Brothers and sisters, we have provided jobs for hundreds of persons over the past 4.5 years. But we can't stop now. There are so many persons who are depending on this government to find a job, and we are going to keep moving. We are going to provide more opportunities for the young people, for the seniors of this constituency. We keep moving because we have a job that has to be done. Brothers and sisters, our senior citizens, you've heard it from Sister Corian this evening. We've started a great job supporting and encouraging. If you notice that tonight, she's younger than me. I can't move like she's moving. But I say to us, we're not going to stop now. We must keep moving because many more elderly citizens are depending on us in St. Andrews Southeast. So every week we provide support. We go to their homes. We clean. We bathe. We cook. I see some of the workers right here. Many more elderly citizens are depending on us. How can we can we forsake them now? We can't. That is why we must keep moving. Brothers and sisters, our schools in the constituency, every school in this constituency of St. Andrews Southeast can say that they have received support from this parliamentary representative. Every school. We have improved the infrastructures. We have improved the quality of teaching and learning environment. And that is why we cannot stop. We must keep moving. Our teachers, our children, they are depending on us. And if you note, I'm not saying on me. They are depending on us. I've never planned that I was going to do this alone. You stood by me all the way. You are still standing by me all the way. And that is why we are going to keep moving. Because together we are going to achieve. Frederica, we ain't going no way. Brothers and sisters, we have renovated and improved public toilets within the constituency. We have started to assist individuals to construct private facilities within their home. How can we stop now? We must continue the work we've started. Because so many families need a private facility within their homes. And I'm speaking about bathroom and toilet facilities. We cannot stop now. We must continue the job that we have started. Brothers and sisters, electricity and water connection. We have supported so many families to connect water and electricity to their home. Because I believe that in 2017, every family should have running water connected to their home. Every family should have electricity connected to their home. But we can't stop. Because we are not finished. We must continue the job that we've started to ensure that we provide running water and electricity to the homes of persons who don't have. Brothers and sisters, we have done so much together. In the areas of sports, you've heard yourself tonight, the support that we've provided to athletes and sportsmen and women from our constituency who have gone on to represent Grenada at the regional and international level. We have them all in our constituency. But we can't stop, brothers and sisters, because we must continue to support our young people to reach their full potential. We can stop with education. We can stop with service to our senior citizens. There's so much more that we still need to do. Brothers and sisters, we have not yet started the lighting and fencing of major fields within our constituency, and we call them not just major, the minor ones. So Hope playing field, Mama Can playing field, we can't stop yet. We have work to continue. But brothers and sisters, tonight I'm not talking from the perspective of somebody who has done nothing and is promising you. I am speaking from the perspective of somebody who has already delivered and is prepared to continue to deliver to the people of St. Andrews Southeast. Brothers and sisters, the fishermen of Soubise and Grenville, we have not yet started the fisherman village. We've identified the funding through a non-governmental organization. Consultation has started. The drawings have been presented. How could we stop now? We can't stop. We must keep moving because we have things to deliver to the people of St. Andrews Southeast. Brothers and sisters, we still have our first daycare center to construct. We can't stop now. We must keep moving. We have work to be done. While we have already built within 4.5 years 2 community centers, I say to you, we're still not stopping now. because we have to make sure that those facilities are fully utilized and people find jobs through those 2 community centers that we have built. Brothers and sisters, we have just engaged recently 50 young men. Hope to young men who felt that there has not been hope for them. And these young men, brothers and sisters, are committed that they want to do something for themselves and for their country. We can't stop now. We must continue. Brothers and sisters, when I look through this constituency from Telescope in the north, and I journey down to Croshow in the south, throughout this constituency, every polling division can say that we have delivered to ordinary people within every polling division in this constituency. Brothers and sisters, the opportunities that we've provided, we have to make sure that we continue for the people's sake. Sometime next week, we are going to be meeting specially with a group of young men in Mongfan. And I'm mentioning this particularly for a very special reason. Only on Saturday, I spoke to a young man from Mongfan. Yes, Frederica. I want to specially recognize and salute Henson from Mongfan tonight. And I'll tell you why I'm saying this. What we do in St. Andrews Southeast is not my ideas. It's not what I would like to see, but it comes from the bowels of the people of St. Andrews Southeast. And that is why we go from PD to PD, asking the people, what is it that is a priority for you for the development of your communities? And Saturday, in conversation with Henson, and I know he won't mind, Henson said to me, Ms. Pierre, it grieved my heart when I sit down and I count the number of young men in my community who made it through secondary school. And he said, Ms. Pierre, we must do something. Henson has been given the mandate. And I said to him, you take the lead. I'm walking by your side because we are going to do something about the young men in secondary school in Mongfan. Brothers and sisters, together we aspire. Together we achieve. And that is why I feel so proud tonight of that young man, because he didn't come to me talking about himself and his needs. He was concerned about the needs of the younger guys who are coming up after him. Tonight, I take my hat off and I salute this young man. As I said to him, he touched my heart on Saturday. But as I leave you tonight, brothers and sisters, except you saying you don't want to hear the Prime Minister, and I know that you want to hear him, yes. As I leave you tonight, I want to say to you, I said as I leave you tonight. And what I mean by that, Justin, behave yourself. I mean, as I finish my presentation tonight, I ain't leaving you at all. I'm not going anywhere. I'm standing by you because you're standing by me. One love. I love you so much. I love the people of St. Andrews Southeast. God bless you. God bless Grenada. God bless NNP tonight.
People talk. That's what they do.
These past 5 years, ordinary people with extraordinary dreams for themselves and their families have continued to inspire me. In these close-knit communities along the shores of St. Andrews Southeast, people with their faith in their unshakable God have given me renewed hope that this partnership we have forged is worth building on. We have had successes together, but we are far from finished. A whole new generation is coming up, hoping for even more opportunities. We can't let them down. With God by our side, together we will achieve even more. So let's keep moving.
I remember those days not so long ago that all I wanted was an opportunity. My family was poor and there were times I didn't even have a pencil to go to school. The people of Paraclete, Moncton and surrounding areas gave me that opportunity. These ordinary people raised me. It is this history that inspires my politics. Now it's my turn to give the next generation even greater opportunities than I had. If I can make just one weak person strong, I will be doing God's will. What we did in the 5 years is just a little bit of what we can do in the future. My duty is to steer the course and to keep moving.
Stay up to date with all that's happening with the new National Party, NNP. Send us a message via text or WhatsApp on 405-8683 with your name, email, and constituency. Stay in the know with NNP. Get updated.
5 years ago, we started an incredible journey together. We dreamed and we strove to achieve. We are happy with the success we have had, but not content. The arch of progress is bending in the right direction in St. George Northeast, and many people have benefited. But there are still others that are yet to be lifted by the rising tide. We cannot leave those people behind, and so we continue to fight, and we continue to push on. I am Tobias Clement, and I'm running again to continue what we have started. Our dreams are too big, our ambitions too large for us to stop here. So let's keep moving.
I am Kendra Matthew Stewart, and I am honored to have answered the call for service. The people of Carriacou and Petite Martinique are dear to my heart. I have grown up in a time of expanded opportunities, showcased by the fact that I have had the fortune to study and become a professional. There are many young people who seek the opportunity that I have had. And I want to be a part of that movement that helps open up new doors. It is the aspiration of ordinary people that inspire this new journey of mine. As my generation rises up to service, you can surely count me in. I am Kendra Matthew Stewart, and I am running for you, the people of Carriacou and Petite Martinique. Keep moving! I believe that my life's journey as a sister and daughter, a community activist and educator has prepared me for the next chapter. As a young woman, I have always firmly believed that our generation can continue to build on the solid foundation already laid. My long association with the girls in the Junior Achievement Program has taught me a lot about national potential. This is not about where we have started. It's about how far we can go together.
I am running so that I can stand up for you.
I know who God says I am, what He says I am, where He says I'm at. I know who I am. I'm working in power, I work in miracles, I live a life of favor.
I am Pamela Moses, and I have offered myself to be the next parliamentary representative for my people of St. Patrick's East. I see this as the next step in my life journey of service to people and my determination to give back to my community, a community that has always lifted me up. I am particularly passionate about issues affecting youth, and as your MP, will be championing policies and programs that will further empower our young people, as well as our adult male and females all across Grenada, but particularly in St. Patrick's East. I am pleased to have joined a team that has delivered for Grenada. But there is more work to be done, and so we shall keep moving.
I am Yolande Bain Horsford, and right behind me here is my alma mater, St. Joseph Convent, the institution that I've attended for 5 years. Further back behind me is the Roman Catholic Church that I also attend. And on my left is the convent court that I played all the netball and the tennis throughout my 5 years at this institution. I am very proud of the partnerships I have formed with the people of St. Andrews Southwest these past 5 years. But I'm even more excited about the things we can still do together. We have begun solving the housing challenges and tackling youth unemployment. We have not only been building roads and houses, but more importantly, building communities and building lives. Many people have been given fresh opportunities, and even more shall be lifted up in the coming period. I am ready to take a fresh guard and to continue battling for ordinary people who deserve another chance. So let's keep moving.
Building a stronger economy means all Grenadian workers benefit, those who work in the public service and those who work elsewhere. Now that the period of shared sacrifices is over, the benefits must be shared among every Grenadian. More money for house repair, more money to improve healthcare, more money for training, more money for education, and yes, more money for public servants. $55 million in various payments. We are the Grenadian family looking out for each other. And even as we fight for ourselves and our families, we always remember our neighbors. We forge ahead together.